region. Kwesi, if you can hear me, thank you very much for your time. What can you report from the Western region?
Well, for me, as I told you earlier, this exercise here in the Western region has so far been very peaceful. I'm still at the Takoradi constituency, which is at the Presby church here at the heart of the city, and we were expecting 665 delegates to actually come and cast their vote. And as at 12:14 that I'm talking now, we've gone past the half mark. We are around 400 plus people who have actually come to cast their vote. Except for the incident that we recorded with the issue of money sharing that led to some, disruptions outside the main center. It's been peaceful, but we just had the MP for Takoradi and the former Western Regional Minister coming to vote. Chief, tell me, what has been the exercise for you so far going around? Yeah, so you know, honorable, just tell us what has been your observation so far. Observation so far. Papa, I hear you, Papa. Well, it seems honorable is not ready to talk to us, so maybe we'll have to go back to the studio.
Akwesi, thank you very much for that. I'm sure you try and get some other delegates or other party officials who will come around and then you will speak to them as well. Let's go to the NPP headquarters, one of the voting centers where National Executive Committee members, directors, and some people from the diaspora will be voting. Hansen Ajima is my colleague at the NPP headquarters. Hansen, if you can hear me, what's happening at the NPP headquarters? Just a while ago, we saw Dr. Usu Efriye, one of the former aspirants in the last election in 2023, speaking to journalists. Which other official, which other party bigwig have you seen there again?
Well, the former chairman of the NPP, Freddie Blake, has been here to vote. A former chief of staff at the present or former vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bami, and the person of Fred Owari has also come here to vote. The former director of elections for the NPP, Peter McMenu, has been here to vote. We've also seen former general secretary and aspiring chairman, John Buedu. But the case of Dr. Akoto is an interesting one, I must say, because he came here right from the tennis field. He went to have his regular tennis game before coming in here. When we later quizzed him whether he will be here for the declaration, he says no, he'll be seated behind his TV watching proceedings. Well, that obviously indicates that the man who barely 3 years ago was aspiring to lead the NPP into the general election has now taken a step behind and watching things closely. Even though he's still a proud member of the NPP, he doesn't seem to fancy the idea of contesting for the flag bearer position again, or even perhaps actively interested in who becomes the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. But he believes that delegates should vote for someone who can win them power in 2028, taking into consideration the abysmal performance that the party had in the 2024 general election. On his assessment of the government, he indicated that not much that this government is doing. To him, the goods that we can talk about the government, talk about single-digit inflation, talk about a stable currency, can all be attributed to the activities of the high prices of gold for which we are producing in excess. Now, can't see the activities of gold board. But here at the party headquarters, voting is still ongoing. Over 300 persons have come to cast their ballot already. And as we indicated, about over 900 people are expected to cast their ballot here. And so some more, at least 600 people expected to cast their ballot. Elections are expected to close at exactly 2 p.m. where collation will take place at the headquarters of the Electoral Commission. And if you go outside, there's still a queue outside where delegates who are yet to cast their ballot are positioning themselves. I must say that I'm beginning to see certain personalities that suggests that Dr. Baumia may be making his way here shortly. The National Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party, Salam Mustafa, he's made his way here to the NPP headquarters. I believe you've been monitoring events at various centers. How has the process been so far?
So far, so good. I went to some few constituencies to see to how the process is running, and so far I am very satisfied with the conduct across the regions, and I think that if we maintain this posture, we are going to have a very good day by 5-6 p.m. and every party person will be happy that we have been able to conduct an incident-free, fair and transparent election. So far so good. I'm sure being here, you have not heard trouble anywhere in the country, and that's what we have been praying for, and so far it is going as planned.
Before the election, you had issue about the attempt to remove TESCON members from the delegate list. Has all that been resolved? Are your TESCON leaders been able to cast their ballot?
To a very large extent, we were able to resolve some. I had about 37 TESCON presidents and patrons who were already party officers, police station, officers at different levels. So they already were captured in the album. So we, had to, on the principle of one man, one vote, remove them from the category of TESCON presidents or patron and designate them as party officers. But there are one or two other issues that still, I think, are still pending. But by and large, majority of the TESCON delegates have voted as at now.
What is the expectation of the youth wing at the end of processes today?
We just want a credible, fair elections where the party can unite and rally behind the eventual winner. Then we will go out, all hands on deck, full chest, to campaign for the best. And I'm sure all young people in the party feel the same way. This is the only party we have. And everybody, every person, every young person is waiting for us to get this done, and we will carry on with the process of mounting a very good challenge, in 2028, providing an effective opposition, and offering a better alternative as far as governance is concerned, for the good people of Ghana to have trust in us once more.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
That is Salam Mustafa, the National Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party. He says he's observed proceedings, and largely proceedings have been peaceful, and and for him, he is expecting that the process at the end of today will be one that the young people in the NPP will support, and a credible leader will be elected for them. So processes, the voting proceedings are still ongoing here at the NPP headquarters. All these persons within the queue are here to cast their ballot, and pretty soon they would go inside and they will receive the ballot papers. What they are doing here essentially is to be able to indicate where exactly their names are in the ballot booklet, so that when they get to the electoral offices, it will be an easy one for them to get their ballot papers and cast their ballot. Over 900 persons are expected to cast their ballot here at the NPP headquarters. We've seen the national organizer of the New Patriotic Party in the person of Nana B, who is here observing proceedings, and pretty soon he will be going to cast his ballot. Executives are casting their ballot here, as well as delegates from the diaspora branches of the New Patriotic Party are also casting their ballot here. Let's see if we can speak to the national organizer of the NPP in the person of Nana in the person of Nana B, to find out from him what he makes of the entire processes. So pretty soon we'll touch base with Nana B and get his views. But I must say that proceedings are ongoing smoothly here at the NPP headquarters. We are told that the former president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will be making his way here to cast his ballot. Same way we are told that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is third on the ballot paper, will also be making his way here to the NPP headquarters to cast his ballot. Polls are to end at exactly 2 p.m. It's now 12:23. That is some less than 2 hours into the end of polls, and there are quite a number of people still within the queue yet to get the opportunity to go in and cast their ballot. From persons that we've spoken to across board, they tell us that the election process has been smooth across all the centers where voting is ongoing, even though there are some centers that have witnessed some bit of disagreement. These agreements have not, to a large extent, escalated into disturbances beyond control. Let's speak to the Deputy General Secretary, Haruna Mohammed. From the engine room up there, monitoring everything, what is the update and what is the level? Are you able to provide us if a lot of the delegates have voted by this time?
Yes, a lot have voted, but I cannot give exact figures as to the voting that is going on. But everything has been very peaceful. So far, so good. We are on. The time has inched into 12 going. We'll be closing at 2 p.m. and everything is fine.
Will voting time be extended?
No, there will not be any extension except for those who are in the queue. If you are in the queue and it is 2 o'clock, you'll be allowed to vote. But if you are out of the queue and it's 2 o'clock, then you are not in the queue.
All right, thank you very much, Tommy. So you heard the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP. He says that a lot of people have actually voted.
Hansen Ajiman reporting live from the NPP headquarters, one of the voting centers where the elections or the election of NPP presidential candidate is currently taking place. The party says a total of 277 voting centers have been created for this election. The party headquarters is one of the centers. Over 800 or 900 individuals are expected to vote from the party headquarters. As you just heard Hansen report, about 300, only 300 people have reported so far to cast their ballots. Voting ends at 2 p.m. and in less than 1 hour, 30 minutes, the voting will end. And the number of people who are expected to vote, the number of people who have already come out to vote, we're looking at how they can really miss the numbers. But then, as you just heard, the Deputy General Secretary of the party, Haruna Mohammed, say they are not going to extend the time. When it's 2 p.m., it's 2 p.m. And so if you're in a queue before 2 p.m., you'll be allowed to vote. If you come after 2 p.m., you will not be allowed to vote. Former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is expected to vote at the party headquarters. The flag bearer himself, or one of the former flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is also contending to be the flag bearer again for the 2028 election, is also expected to vote at the party headquarters. Let's go to the Ayawaso North constituency and speak to Wahab Abdul Razak, one of our reporters stationed in that constituency, to give us an update on the situation. Wahab, if you can hear me, thank you very much for your time. What's the situation in the Ayawaso North constituency?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to our cherished viewers as well. I'm live here at the Ayawaso North constituency, particularly the Unity JHS Basic School, where is the center for the Ayawaso North delegate to cast their ballot. I arrived here quite early in the morning, and before that, the EC officials had already set up, and there is a heavy security presence here. We currently have over 40 police personnel here who are ensuring that the process goes on smoothly. And I must say, at this center, the process has been very seamless. The police coordinate with the people. So it is an enclosed place here. So let me flip so that you can see in your shot. The center is an enclosed space. So they've housed the delegates outside and they let them in one by one. So the process is very seamless. As you can see, about 3 delegates line up at the table to get their ballot. Currently, as we speak in Same, a little over 580 people have cast their ballot, and the total votes that we are expecting at this polling center is 682. So, considering the number that have come in so far, we can say we are almost getting the entire delegates to vote here. So, at Ayawaso North constituency where I am here, Sami, the process is very seamless. And in the morning, I spoke to the chairman of the party here, Robert Ano, who also expressed satisfaction with the process here. And he, during the campaign season, promised the former flag bearer, who is also contesting again, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 100% votes in this constituency. So in the morning, he said yes. He's still confident. He stands by those words. So we are waiting. We are here to see whether what they promise will transpire or otherwise. So I mean, that is the situation here at Ayawaso North, where I am staying currently.
So if you say Ayawaso North constituency, which specifically areas are we talking about here?
So Ayawaso North, we have Mamobi, we have parts of Accra New Town. That forms the constituency. But currently here, I'm at the Unity Basic School, which is at Accra New Town. That is where the polling center is.
Thank you very much for your time. Abdul Razak is one of our reporters covering the MPP presidential election. As you just heard him, he's currently at the Ayawaso North constituency where he's reporting on the election. He says the process has been smooth so far. No major incident to be recorded. A total of about 500 delegates are expected to vote. Quite a number of them, majority of them have come in their numbers to vote. Security-wise, everything is going on smoothly. And the expectation is that if it goes smooth till 2 p.m., that constituency will not record any incident. One of the flag bearer contenders, or one of the flag bearers, Brian Champon, has also been speaking as far as the voting is concerned. He's expected to vote in the Eastern region. He's currently the member of parliament for the Abetifi constitution. And so after voting, he engaged journalists on the whole process.
Positive. First of all, thanks to God. Secondly, to the Presidential Elections Committee. They've put up a very good show, largely peaceful, credible elections process. I always had confidence in Joe Owusu's led committee. I think they've done a fantastic job. I also see the security, as promised by the IGP, is going well. And I'm talking generally across the country. I also see that the Electoral Commission is up to their game as they've always been. It's largely peaceful elections from the elections organization standpoint. There are a few challenges that have to do with the party people, and that is really also not affecting the elections. But all in all, I think that it's been a very, very peaceful, credible, and satisfying process. In terms of how I feel, going around the country, I've always felt the energy of the party people. I remain optimistic. I believe in the delegates. I know that they want something totally different. They want something new. And they want something that is going to help transform our party. So I'm upbeat about it, and I look forward to a very successful process. I'm extremely positive. First of all, thanks to God. Secondly, to the Presidential Elections Committee. They've put up a very good show, largely peaceful, credible elections process. I always had confidence in Joe Owusu's led committee. I think they've done a fantastic job. I also see the security, as promised by the IGP, is going well. And I'm talking generally across the country. I also see that the Electoral Commission is up to their game as they've always been. It's largely peaceful elections from the elections organization standpoint. There are a few challenges that have to do with the party people, and that is really also not affecting the elections. But all in all, I think that it's been a very, very peaceful, credible, and satisfying process. In terms of how I feel, going around the country, I've always felt the energy of the party people. I remain optimistic. I believe in the delegates. I know that they want something totally different. They want something new. And they want something that is going to help transform our party. So I'm upbeat about it, and I look forward to a very successful process.
That's Dr. Brian Echampo, one of the MPP presidential aspirants. He's just finished voting in the Abetifi constituency. He's a member of parliament for that constituency. From there, he's coming back to Accra. I understand they've set up some strong rooms somewhere where they can also monitor their election and how the results are coming in. From the eastern region, let's go to the northern region. And to be specific, we're going to the Tamale Central constituency and speak to our correspondent there, Shawana Yusuf, to bring us an update on the election process. If Shawana, what can you tell us as far as the election in that constituency is concerned?
Okay, thank you so much. So in the Tamale Central constituency, currently about 515 delegates have already voted, awaiting the remaining out of the 904 delegates that are expected to vote. And this was the records we had right after 12:30 this afternoon, and that means we have a little over 300 people to vote for the numbers to run out. And if you move to the Tamale South constituency, where the polling station is Lamashegu, where they have two centers due to the huge numbers of the delegates. If you go to polling station A, about 334 people have voted out of the over 648 that are expected to vote in the polling station A. And in Lamashegu polling station B, which is still under Tamale South, about 374 delegates have voted out of the 607 delegates expected to turn out by close of day. If you go to the Tamale North constituency, where the voting center is at the Northern School of Business, that's Nobisco, over 300 people also have already voted out of the number expected to turn out this afternoon. Same can be said about the Sanarugu constituency, which is happening at the Tamale Senior High School. So if you can see behind me here at the Tamale Central constituency, which is happening at the Jubilee Park in Tamale, there is still a long queue over there. People are desperate to cast their ballots, and you can see they don't even mind the sun. They are in long queues waiting in the scorchy sun to cast their ballots. And everything has been smooth. The security has been here since morning. They've not moved, both in the outer and inner perimeters. You see the security. The process has been really peaceful. Anyone who speaks to us on record tells us that it's been smooth, it's been peaceful, and they are hoping that it goes through till the end at 2 o'clock. So in the Tamale Central constituency, this has been it. The 2IC, second in command of the Ghana Police Service in the region, is personally here and to ensure that security is on point. He's here with his men, and they are in their numbers. So this is what I can tell you for now from the Tamale Central constituency in the northern region.
Shawana bringing us that report from the Tamale Central constituency in the northern region. Back here in Accra, let's go to the Blekuma Central constituency, where my colleague Kennedy Chumese is currently monitoring proceedings in the Odoko police station where voting is taking place. Kennedy, the last time we spoke, we were told that the process has been smooth. Is it still the same as you reported the last time?
Yes, of course. It's still the same smooth process so far. Since morning up to now, we've not recorded any chaotic incidents that or any activity that have marred the election so far. As I speak to you now, about 730 persons, delegates have cast their ballots here at the Odoko police station.
and we are expecting about 500, 700 more to also cast their ballots here at the other police station. I must say that the security here is very tight, and there's no way anyone can do anything that will mar the peace that this election have had here. But there have been some issues, some minor issues that have been rectified there. The first have been with some delegates not finding their names in the album, but the party executives have been able to resolve that. Those persons have been able to cast their ballots. Another has been with the long queues. If you can see, if you can see behind me, there's been a lot of issues with long queues, and persons are not being able to get the chance to cast their ballots. For them, the centers that have been created are not enough, and then the authorities should have created more centers in order for the queues to move as fast. As you can see in the shots, there are a number of persons still waiting to cast their ballots, but they are hoping that by 2 p.m., if you are in the queue, you will cast your ballot. But if you are now coming from home to cast your ballot, it's 2 p.m., you will not be allowed to join the queue. Delegates are expressing frustration, and authorities, which is the ECB and then the party executives, are also assuring them that they ensure that every person who passes their ballot before 2 p.m. is counting and sorting, and also continue them here for
the with the long queues, is it that the process is slow? That's why we are recording the long queues in that constituency.
Basically, the long queues, I personally will say is due to the number of centers. We have just 3 centers, and we have about 11 left in the constituency. So basically, they are the wanted. There are more centers. We have the day, and there are created to ease the pressure. But we have the Q, A, and B. But the numbers are enormous. They are just appealing that next time we should place more centers to ease the pressure. We have a number of them. If I could walk through them, you see that the queue is going far away, and persons are still hoping that they cast their ballot by 2 p.m. However, I've spotted some of the NPP parliamentary candidates who contested the 2024 election in Saturday, and I've also cited some of the candidates who also seem to be elected as the they are all hoping that everything will end peacefully, and they'll also contribute their quota to ensure that unity comes in the party in order to secure the 2028 elections.
Kennedy Chumesi, thank you very much for that report from the Ablekuma Central Constituency, specifically the Odoko police station where voting is taking place. Quite a long queue there, people in the queue to go and vote for their preferred candidates. The expectation that all these people will be able to vote before 2 p.m. when voting ends. Let's go to the Tema Enclave, specifically the Tema Central, Tema West constituency, where my colleague Fauzu Masaudu is there to bring us an update on the situation. Fauzu, thank you very much for your time. The last time we spoke, you were engaging Madam Irene Natoshi, a key member of the Kennedy Japan campaign team. The voting process, how has it been?
Yeah, Sammy.
Fauzu, I can hear you loud and clear. I'm asking that, what has been the process so far since our last engagement?
Right, the last time we engaged, I reported live from the Tema West constituency, but presently I'm here at Tema East, just around the Valco enclave. I beg your pardon, Tema Central. Earlier I was at Tema East, but now I've made a stop here at Tema Central. Well, the atmosphere is largely tranquil. Voting is going on very smoothly, just a pocket of, challenges here and there. But those challenges were as soon as possible ameliorated by the appropriate authorities over here. And we see a number of, important persons of the New Patriotic Party, particularly in the Tema West, the Tema Central constituency, key amongst which include the Member of Parliament for the constituency, Charles Forson. We would want to engage him briefly, then I take you around to paint a better picture of what the process has been so far. And the Member of Parliament for the constituency, Honorable Charles Forson, is here, and I want to engage him briefly. Honorable, good day, you're live on Channel 1 TV.
Thank you for having me.
You've been very busy.
Yes, because Honorable Ohene Jabon must win at all costs to save the party and to save MPP and Ghana, motherland. It's very key. The youth of this Ghana are all seeking for jobs, and that is very imperative. And for that reason, we need to work. We don't have to allow people to sway people's mind. All we need is power, and the only person who can deliver us power is Ken Ohene Jabon. Nationwide.
If he doesn't emerge victorious at the end of the day, who should it be?
Oh no, he is the only one. Regardless, whoever wins, we are one party, and we will come together after this event.
But what has been your own observation of the process so far?
This is a gentle constituency. It's a calm situation, and I'm sure by 2 o'clock, everybody may have cast his or her vote. But everything is going steadily.
Honorable, I mean, elsewhere there's been issues about vote buying and persons refusing to release funds and what have you. Is that the case here, particularly from the Kennedy Japan camp?
From Kennedy Japan's camp, all the 276 constituencies, midnight yesterday, everybody should have gotten his or her money. I don't know where, but other camps, no, we don't discriminate. We give everybody across board, regardless of your thought or your belief of who you want to vote for. But it's happening. It's rather unfortunate. But this is a time that we need to bring the party together. So you give every money to everybody. It's a token. It's a TNT to facilitate your movement from your place of abode to the voting. Yes, and nothing more.
How much per head?
I don't know. It varies. Yes. Okay. Maybe 100 Ghana cedis. 50 Ghana cedis. That's nothing.
Okay. We also see a stand 7 earlier, 7 breakfast. Now I don't know if it's lunchtime. If you can you tell me about that?
I don't know. We are party people. Tama Central is a united party, and for which people volunteer to support the cause. Okay.
Honorable, should Kennedy Japan count on you heavily to get Tema Central for him?
Of course. Even when I was not an MP, he won, and I won. And my people, I served them diligently. We serve. I impact in people's lives, and that is key. Everybody would attest to that. And based on that, they are going to vote for Kennedy Japan, but they are going to vote for the MP. The Lava CF, they call me CF. That is who they are going to vote. The MP that nobody calls honorable. Yes. Yes.
Honorable, Kennedy Japan is such a ball of fire with the personality that he has. But then some people have also argued that could be his Achilles heel, given the fact that he passes certain comments and people describe as disparaging and what have you. Are you bothered about that? That
no.
Would not to the benefits of your candidate?
He's the man that we need as a nation, as a party. He's the person who can bring everybody on board. And be it Kufuor's camp, Nanado's camp, everybody is for Kennedy.
Is Nanado's camp for Kennedy?
Everybody in the party. You go to Parliament, okay? Somebody said that okay, they have 65, but I tell you, Kennedy always has more MPs than everybody. But because for fear of intimidation or what have you, but believe you me, Kennedy is a force to reckon with, and once he gets the nod, we are going to win 2028, hands down.
You're very confident about that.
Super confident. Yes.
For you as a member of parliament and someone playing an integral role in the Kennedy Japan's campaign, what at the end of the day would you say should be a successful turnout of events?
I mean, we should all go home clean. We should come out of this campaign, this voting, as a united party. I mean, that is what. And then whoever emerges, which I'm hoping that Honorable Ken Ohene Jabon will win, we'll all rally behind the new leader for a greater MPP and for us to win power and restore Ghana.
Before I go, you are a member of parliament for Tema Central. Out of the 3 constituencies in the Tema enclave, you are the only one serving on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. What really is the future, so far as Parliament is concerned, of the New Patriotic Party in the constituency? Do you think that a Kennedy Japan victory for the party would mean that it will mean grabbing those seats back?
Yes,
for the NPP?
I believe once Kennedy Japan comes in, we are going to win the Tama West. There are so many incursions in the east. I believe that once we put our house in order, we are going to win all the 3 Tama seats. Yes, I mean, the signs on. Yes, I'm very sure. I mean, I work hand in hand with almost all the stakeholders and opinion leaders within the 3 constituencies, and we are working. We don't want to make noise. We've changed from that whole narrative where everything is shown on TV, is shown on a no. We are working, and I believe that the media will help the negative works of the ruling party. The media must do its work. Yes, because you talk about what you call dollar being low, city having its strength at the highest peak. However, people cannot feed. People do not have money in their pocket.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, yes. Go to the market.
The inflation rates are evident.
Okay.
People, reduction in fuel prices and all of that. Reduction in prices of commodities. Don't you think that's...
No. Inflation is what you see in your pocket. How heavy your pocket is. When you go to marketplace, how you are able to pay for goods and services. And everything is so expensive. You may buy fuel at a lower rate. However, if you go to the marketplace, the Kobe is so expensive, the bread is, the kenke is still expensive.
How much is a ball of kenke in Tema Central?
7 cedis. 7 cedis.
For a ball of kenke?
7 cedis.
You can't get a ball of kenke for less than 7 cedis in Tema?
7 cedis. 7 cedis. You can do your own research and then come up with a finding. It's so expensive. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So please, drum home the negative narrative being pushed out there by the ruling government. We need all together save this nation.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable.
And thank you for having me.
Yes. Honorable Charles Forson is the Member of Parliament for the Tema Central constituency. He's been on ground monitoring events, and for him, he's been working, and that he's hopeful that at the end of the day, today's presidential primary, his candidate, Kennedy Ejapon, would emerge victorious. He cited a number of reasons why he thinks that Kennedy Ejapon is the most, should be the most ideal candidate for the New Patriotic Party going into the 2028 general election. He says that Kennedy Ejapon is passionate about youth employment, and so if youth employment will be topical in campaigns ahead of the 2028 general election, then the best advocate or campaigner for that should be the former member of Parliament, Kennedy Ejapon, who is now contesting to lead the New Patriotic Party in the 2028 general election. But now we would approach some of the delegates to see if we could also pick their thoughts on it, what they make of the process so far, and possibly what could inform their decision. So, Boss Pacho, good afternoon. Please, can I talk to you briefly? Good afternoon, Pastor. Meet me with come up briefly on Channel 1 TV. Please, your name?
Seth.
Okay. You're about to vote. How long have you been in the queue?
For about 45 minutes now. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me the motivation for you to leave your home being queued for this, number of minutes only for you to, cast your vote for your preferred candidate. There should be a motivating factor. What could that be?
Well, what motivates me is being an executive of a polling station, a chairperson. That alone gives me the motivation to vote, and then also to elect a potential flag bearer for our party. That's right.
Who is your vote on?
Come again?
Who is your money on? Who are you voting?
That's my secret. I don't think I have to declare that.
Well,
yeah, that's right.
Thank you so much. Okay, so he's given a number of reasons why, being its motivation to coming out to come and vote for his preferred candidate here at the Tema Central constituency. But you see, under the canopy is a number of delegates who are here to perform the same exercise. They are moving in turns. This particular polling center has 2 stations. That's station A and B, and it has various partitions where delegates are expected to wait, and then they will be called to a point where their details will be verified before they move into the inner perimeter to exercise their franchise organized properly. Sami, we also know that the 3 constituencies in the Tema, metropolis or the Tema enclave, that's Tema Central, Tema East, and Tema West. 2 of these constituencies are represented by the National Democratic Congress in Parliament. The only that has a New Patriotic Party member of Parliament is here, where I find myself presently. That's Tema Central. And earlier we spoke to that member of Parliament, Charles Forson, who is here to, monitor events and rally up, throw his weight behind candidate Japan, who is a front runner in this crucial New Patriotic Party presidential primary. Security presence is heavy here. We know that the IGP announced and proud to this, presidential primary that at least 70 policemen would be deployed to the various polling stations. Earlier at Tema West, I spoke to the commander in charge and he indeed confirmed that at least 70 of them were present and that it is just the Ghana Police Service that has been given that exclusive mandate to man affairs so far as security is concerned over here. And today we are seeing exactly that. So, Sami, if you can hear me, this has really been the situation here at Tema Central. Over to you.
Fauzi, thank you very much. Fauzi Masaudi reporting live from the Tema Central constituency, where the MPP delegates are also voting to elect who will lead the party going to the election of 2020. From the Tema Central constituency, let's go to the Ablekuma South constituency, also here in the Greater Accra region. Let's speak to Sheba Araba Benin, who is there to give us an update on the voting process or the voting that is currently taking place. Sheba, thank you very much. The last time we spoke, you were saying that the process is on. We are seeing long queues in some constituencies. Is it the same in the Ablekuma South constituency?
Thank you very much, Sami Rafi. And I am currently here at the Ablekuma South constituency, particularly at the Kolebu police station, which is the polling station. And contrary to other constituencies here in the Ablekuma South constituency, there are literally no queues at the moment because the people here have mostly voted already. And what you can see now are the delegates rather gathering under trees and, sitting in spots waiting for the collation to be done. When we came earlier this morning, there were a few queues, and this was only because the people were now being briefed on where exactly to vote, because there are 2 centers here, and some of the delegates were not particularly aware of where to vote and which polling center, or which center rather, is where they are allowed to vote.
And so what about security? We know that the IGP made arrangement for security. Is it you still see the security presence there, even though the numbers have reduced?
Yes. There is quite a massive security presence here. And mind you also, because the polling station is at a police station, first off, there are quite a number of police officers here. They are very much on guard and they are aware of the happenings around the area. One of the things which have happened, although despite the peace which we have seen here, is that there was an instance where 2 delegates were forfeited from the party, and we spoke to the constituency chairman, Collins Asante, who made us understand that these members were forfeited because of some comments they had made prior to the election. And from what I understand, I spoke to one of these delegates, and he also alleges that it was rather the constituency chairman who made some comments and has been hoarding some of the party equipment, such as a vehicle, which is ideally meant for the whole constituency. So there was a clash earlier where one of these 2 delegates attacked the constituency chairman, and there was quite a scuffle. And according to the constituency chairman, he has now filed an official police report, and they are waiting, any more directions from the police for any investigations to be undertaken.
Do you have the number of delegates who are expected to vote and those who vote, who are there, or the number of delegates who are expected to vote and those who've already voted?
All right, here in the Ablekuma South constituency, we are expecting 1,019 delegates, including former executives, to vote here. As I speak, we have about 600 or over 600 delegates who have voted so far for both centers, and it is only about less than an hour for us to end polls, and we're expecting a few more people according to the district officer. So as it stands, some of the delegates, as I said, are still gathered here waiting patiently for the collation to be done.
Sheba, thank you very much. Sheba Araba Benin reporting from the Ablekuma South constituency here in the Greater Accra region, to be precise, the Kolebu police station, where voting is taking place for the MPP presidential primaries. This is Channel 1 Television and City 97.3 FM. A live coverage of the MPP presidential primaries currently underway across the length and breadth of the country. In less than 1 hour, the voting will end. The party says voting will end at 2 p.m. And so at 2 p.m. exactly, voting will end. If you're already in the queue, the party says they will allow you to, vote. But then if you come after 2 p.m. and you are not in the queue, you will not be allowed to vote. Expected that after 2 p.m., sorting will begin, counting will begin, and the various centers will begin to declare the result as and when they come in the various centers. Then from there, it will go to the Regional Coalition Center, will be sent to the Electoral Commission, and then sent to National, and then the declaration will be done. This is our continuous coverage of the MPP presidential primaries. My name is Sami Wiafe. Joining me now is Nana Tufo Boate, who will continue the coverage from here. Hi Nana, how are you?
Sami, I'm pretty well. How are you doing?
Observation so far?
Well, it's been an interesting day, and as expected of every, if like, internal party election, you wouldn't want to experience the type of storm you would see during the national general election across the country. But it's interesting to see the various aspirants or the candidates in this particular competition and how those we've seen so far in the videos and in those who we've seen cast their ballots. We've seen the high spirits in which they are. It appears to me as though campaigning is happening on election day.
Even after the party won against
exactly. It appears, because we are hearing areas where some have even set up breakfast stands and all. So it's interesting. And we've seen, if you like, people who have campaigned for some of these aspirants at some polling centers, and the kind of conversation they are engaging our reporters in. It's really, campaigning is ongoing on election day. And for me, that is the major flaw I see with this particular
security arrangement. The IGP fulfilled his promise?
Indeed, the IGP has kept his word to the party. We've seen the deployment to the various polling centers. The IGP himself currently is on tour in the Greater Accra region to some of the polling centers. He's been to the YMCA center. He's been to Dantuman. Yes, he's been to a number of the polling centers. And so clearly he's a man who made a promise to a party, and he's living his word, and he did not sit in an office to watch his officers do the job. He's actually on the grounds with them. This will give them the type of motivation that they need to do the work that they've been assigned to do. So I think security has been good. Well, thank you very much, Sami Wiafe, and this is our continuous coverage of the NPP's presidential primaries. The party goes to the poll today to elect 1 out of 5 to lead the New Patriotic Party NPP into the 2028 general elections. 5 aspirants, more than 200,000 delegates, over 330 polling centers across 276 constituencies nationwide. But at the end of the day, one person will need 50 plus 1, more than 50%, to bear the flag of the New Patriotic Party into the 2028 general elections. Who will it be? Former Member of Parliament for Asen Central, Kennedy Ohene Ejapong. Former Minister for Agriculture, Dr. Brian Echampong. Former Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Former Minister for Education, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum. Or former General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Engineer Kwabna Ejapong. Who will it be? Voting is expected to end within the next hour. At 2 p.m., polls will come to an end. If you are still in the queue, you will be allowed to vote. But if you are not yet in the queue, then you miss the opportunity to cast your ballot. By 5 p.m., we are hoping that a collation will be done. The declaration is to be made by the Electoral Commission, and will be at the party headquarters where the EC will make that declaration. But some interesting things happening so far. I'm going to bring you sides of some. Some delegates have expressed anger with coordinators of the various campaign teams of the individual aspirants. The concern generally has been with, delay or refusal to share food and money for transportation. Let's go to the Diodio constituency here in the Greater Accra region. Let's find out what happened there.
Zone 5. Zone 5.
Transportation 50 Ghana now. I don't know about really power. But about really power. Come on, do no ya from for. It just was a sound. Nobody was so president there. And you want to sell more did anymore. That's how you from for. You can't pay Tim. Always come on, Brad Champion. You can't pay Tim. Almost tell him, almost so much just kind of my. If you go, no, who don't if you go, Abba, 7 million. No, we're not 6 million. Almost and someone Opoku, they were warm. Johnny, on it a champion, Johnny, warm. And I catch that. Penisa, or no, Pachapos or no Moncasa. Now, I'm first kind of man, so about as you saw the man, Melusu. They are sending, Yan Tuabia, and it's on 20, on 16. Yes, uncle, Scano.
Me fee a friend saying, "Cry about me." Brand who don't see, and I can make a better one. But the brand at Akuma Swell, what the my name, campaign team for no Mudin anymore. How much is Scano? A champion, and Opoku. Yeah, me, I make a time was zone 20, zone 20, level 29, and yeah, I can cry, say better than 35. Yes, Sanka is sick. And here zone 24, the Abana, still I go to high end to Abana. I catch on Abu Brown, Champion, says, well, yeah, Abana, and a campaign team for no, and I'm an enya. Sir, so be your credit will be channel. Remember, you're going to go to but you used to say, Brambeka said, yes, so many per 5, look at 10. I need to just say exactly
some delegates there in the Odudu Diodio constituency clearly unhappy regarding, if you like, the non-release of some transportation money from the camp of Dr. Brian Achampong, one of the candidates or aspirants in that NPP primary, presidential primary. The concern mainly is that money has been, if you like, set aside to cater for their transportation to and from the polling center. However, this money hasn't been released by the coordinator for the Dr. Brian Achampong campaign team. We're being told that Dr. Brian Achampong, during his campaign, actually instructed delegates not to vote if they do not receive their monies. And this could be the reason why delegates insist on collecting this money. A similar incident happened in Tema East. Let's bring you that video as well. That was Tema East. Let's now take you to Trobu, where we understand monies were shared, but some people did not receive their share.
Coordinators. Coordinators for need this can. Sika, the baby to abide the mama and Omudi. Bear me Fred coordinator on the Misika. Would the Misika my Fred only or the Madia by my dear Africa or the Madia. Mommy is kind of African bear. If you can do Kennedy one as can free. A person 500 cities each person be a delegate. 500. No, yes, oh, say TNT, a DDA, BBA, sound, sanity. Obia Mayan, yes, sanity. Intinya say be a problem be near say intina.
They are sharing money. Gloria Usu is the one sharing the money. Who? Ken is sharing money.
The team of Ken sharing that.
And what's the money for?
I don't know, just to compensate the delegates. And I think there's some misunderstanding there. I think people are not allowed to take what they have. That's right.
So how much are they paying?
I cannot tell the exact amount, but I heard something about 500 cedis.
500 Ghana cedis, allegedly from the camp of Ken.
Well, these are some of the concerns being shared by delegates across the region, mostly the Greater Accra region, concerns regarding money sharing and non-release of monies for transportation. Some stalwarts within the party have already cast their ballots. We'll hear from them what they have been saying when they were engaged by reporters or correspondents across the country. Let's hear from the Professor, Reverend Mike Okwe, former Speaker of Parliament.
Will know the will of my people here. Okay. And that's what should be done everywhere else. Then there is peace.
What should the candidates do?
Well, they have already vowed, they've signed a pact. We expect them to be gentlemen.
Generally, it's for a peaceful, free and fair poll. At the end of the day, a declaration will be made by the Electoral Commission at the headquarters of the New Patriotic Party at Asylum Down here in Accra. Let's now hear from Boachi Ejako, also a stalwart of the New Patriotic Party.
But I have heard and I know that in our politics, we monetize the decision making. That's a very unfortunate evolution, not just in MP, in our entire political spectrum in this country. Let us not hide the fact. Money changes hands, NBC money changes hands. In fact, the sad thing is that I've even heard that in some churches, when they are electing elders, money changes hands. That's a shame to all of us. It must stop. But I think that after today, we will have ample opportunity to look at the phenomenon and put in methods, checks and balances to contain shameful. We don't want to, as a party and as a nation, because once money starts changing hands from what you find all the way up and then feed back in, that does not tell the development of the party. Because serving a party is an action of commit and devote. Once that is lost, the party is also lost. Building a nation is an act of sacrifice, devotion, and commitment. Once that is lost, your nation is also lost. We will all, with one resolution, stand firm behind whoever emerges as our candidate. Puts aside all our issues and our weapons, be they lips or otherwise, and stand firmly behind the candidate who will be chosen by our collective voice and move forward.
In terms of security and its presence across, you talk about the sense of how this whole drive has been in terms of the elections, the peaceful nature it has become. In terms of the security across other centers, are you pleased with what you've heard?
Well, so far so good. So far so good. And our district has also met that the security apparatus and its posture has not been tested. But I remain firm in my thinking that anyone who dares threaten, they are capable of dealing with such a person or group of persons. Their presence has been helpful. Our own posture and disposition has also been helpful. congratulate the police as well as our party people.
Wache Jacko is a former energy minister. He is a member of the New Patriotic Party, speaking there after casting his ballot. A candidate in this particular contest, Dr. Brian Echampo, has also voted. Let's hear what he had to say after voting.
I'm extremely positive. First of all, thanks to God. Secondly, to the Presidential Elections Committee. They've put up a very good show, largely peaceful, credible elections process. I always had confidence in Joe Owusu's led committee. I think they've done a fantastic job. I also see the security, as promised by the IGP, is going well. And I'm talking generally across the country. I also see that the Electoral Commission is up to their game as they've always been. It's largely peaceful elections from the elections organization standpoint. There are a few challenges that have to do with the party people, and that is really also not affecting the elections. But all in all, I think that it's been a very, very peaceful, credible, and satisfying process. In terms of how I feel, going around the country, I've always felt the energy of the party people. I remain optimistic. I believe in the delegates. I know that they want something totally different. They want something new. And they want something that is going to help transform our party. So I'm upbeat about it, and I look forward to a very successful process.
Dr. Brian Echampo, a former Minister for Food and Agriculture, and currently an aspirant in the ongoing NPP presidential primary. Let's come in studio. Alfred Thompson is here. He's a member of the New Patriotic Party, together with Larry Dugbe, the managing editor for the Herald newspaper. Gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having us.
It's good to have you. Alfred, I'll start with you. You have voted already.
Yeah.
What has been your observation of the process so far?
I got to the polling station about the voting arena around 6:45. 7 o'clock, my chairman voted, and I also voted. And
this is the regional chairman?
In fact, the constituency chairman.
Constituency chairman. Which constituency is this?
Cape Coast South.
Cape Coast South.
Even though I voted, I think, on a regional basis, but I had 3 slots, but you can only vote once. So I did a 1 vote and then I left there. But when I got there, I saw about 70 policemen. Then I said, hey, a small party thing too, why you come to harass us with all these policemen here?
Is it harassment though?
No, it wasn't. So they were friendly, very, very friendly. They were nice to
because
us.
The IGP did say during the
when you get to the first barricade, they take your phones from you and they nicely say it. It's not like they were being rude or anything. When I was going back for the phone, they thanked me and they said sorry about that as part of the work they needed to do, which was very polite and everything. So kudos to them. I think they've done a good job from where I came from. So from there, I moved to Fantsman constituency. Our place, I think what was happening was that, or maybe because I voted early, but most of the time, it's just walk-in, vote, you walk away and everything. But when I got to Fantsman, I saw 2 long queues. So I inquired and they said, there were 2 polling booths because of the numbers. I think there are 1,300 and something.
Okay.
So I understood where they were coming from, because anything above, I think 900 or 1,000, they divide it into 2 so that the voting will be faster. And the lines were there and they were just doing their normal distance. So I think so far it's been good. Everything was going as planned. It's a photo that I was getting calls from that the MP was sitting very near to the carded area. which people were complaining about that. But I think that has been resolved because I think 1 or 2 people had to
That's
call
the minority leader.
Yeah, the minority leader, where the voting was, the area, then they felt that it wasn't right. Because when you do that, those who maybe have been aligned to you would fear to do something. So that was where the issues were, which I think they've, I believe that by now it's been resolved because calls were made and they were told that no, you shouldn't be, and nobody should be allowed to sit within that area unless you are an agent. So far it's been good. Other areas, Fed has also been good. And from the views and pictures I see so far, I believe that at the end of today, it's MPP that is going to emerge victorious. It's the party that is going to stand tall. And I believe that we should all unite, come together and build the party so that Ghanaians would believe in us and will do what they expect of us to lead them in the near future.
Well, Larry, what has been your observation so far?
Well, I think so far so good. Yeah, so far so good. Since morning I've been stuck to your broadcast, both TV and radio, and I think the process has been smooth. I mean, you hear some issues here and there, money exchanging hands. You know, some are paying 500 Ghana cedis, others are paying 700 Ghana cedis. People, some got the money, others haven't gotten.
Some are accusing coordinators.
Some are editing the money. You know,
Larry is so interested in the money aspect.
No, it's part of the process. I mean,
it's not part of the process.
It's part of the process. Security is part of the process. Money is part of the process. If you've tried, I mean, if you are trying to, it's supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to be free and fair and so on. I mean, quote and unquote, if the apostles of democracy are voting, in their words, are voting, you don't expect any other external factor to influence the decisions of the people. But here we are being told that, okay, this person is paying and the other person is paying more. The other coordinator is editing the money, you know, and people are attacking. I think a while ago, there was one of the footages that I watched, that a lady and then a gentleman, they were saying that somebody had to be sacked because what's in a you get it. It shouldn't get to that level. Because see, I mean, very often we keep complaining about, you know, the candidates that we get, and that we need to change. We should get people who are capable of running this country, managing our affairs, sharing resources equitably. But if the choice of that, if the choice of that is being influenced by money to fall, then we are in trouble. But by and large, for the voting process is going on smoothly. Security has also been tight. I just saw the IGP. You know,
he's touring some of the polling
that's
centers.
the first time, where you had an IGP show.
For Dampari, I think did that.
Which when?
But when I think we had the last elections also.
2023.
Dampari moves around a lot.
Okay, the MPP election. Okay, but then
and the national elections too, he was doing that.
No, for national elections, I mean that one is okay. But for party elections, normally you want to deploy the director of operations to handle it. So you sit at the top, and then you are coordinating, as it were. But the IGP is moving quite a lot. So let's hope that. I mean, things early days here. Counting is another process. Declaration and thereafter is also a bigger process. So let's see what happens. But I wanted to find out from
just to chip in a bit. One thing you should know is that I
wanted to find out something
I don't
from
believe
you.
that. Oh, just quickly.
But why is I want to why? I'm the one talking. Thompson, I mean, what are you doing in Cape Coast or? I thought you.
I went to vote.
You don't do it in Greater Accra?
No.
Oh, okay. Your Thompson is a fancy Thompson.
It's a Ghana Thompson.
Okay.
But I'm from Cape Coast as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I stood there in 2012. But just quickly, I wanted him to know that I don't believe that there's any money influence in winning these elections. I believe everybody was given something small for TNT and lunch, because we know it's moving from 7 a.m. to at most 3 p.m. By 3 p.m. everybody should know. And people are traveling from far and wide. You can't say that, oh, you are coming from maybe Dodowa to Accra to come and vote, so you take, but you are staying in Accra, so I can't give you. So just across board, everybody wants to give a little bit. And nobody's money is going to influence anybody. I believe that people have made their minds up and they are going to vote because they believe in the candidate. And the candidate that is going to emerge victorious, we all know.
Very well. Thank you.
But 500 being small, 700 being...
But even if I give you
we look at the magnitude or otherwise of the money. But Jude Duncan is here. He's in the corner there. He's joining us with some figures from like previous primaries. Jude, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, we're starting from 2023.
Yes,
that's
so
the most recent one.
Absolutely, spot on, and not too far. So we'll start with 2023, but just by way of information, the NPP will become a political party in 1992, right? So it means that the party has been in existence for a little over 30 years, you can say. Within the period, they've had 4 flag bearers between 1992 up until 2023.
Jude, hold on for me. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the former vice president, also a presidential hopeful for the New Patriotic Party presidential primary, is at the party headquarters now. Let's cross over and let's observe proceedings from there.
His ballot, he's moving to the offices.
Sorry.
Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is in the company of his wife, currently at the NPP headquarters, obviously to go through the process, cast his vote, and eventually wait it out to see if he'll be smiling by close of day today or otherwise. He is one out of the 5 looking to bear the flag of the New Patriotic Party going into the 2028 general elections. The New Patriotic Party, NPP, decides today out of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia himself, Kennedy Ohene Japan, Dr. Brian Echampong, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, Engineer Kwabena Ejay Japan. The party decides today who amongst these 5 will be the flag bearer going into the 2028 general elections. Over 200,000 delegates, 333 polling centers across 276 constituencies of the country. But the ultimate winner must have 50%, must cross the 50+1 mark. Other than that, a runoff beckons. So we'll find out where it goes. But the information is that currently, the former Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, is at the headquarters of the New Patriotic Party. He's expected to cast his ballot anytime soon. You would expect that a person of his stature will be mobbed by the supporters, the fans, delegates there. We have pictures from the NPP headquarters, so let's go back there and find out what's happening.
See in your shot is casting his ballot, and he obviously
Well, Dr. Bawumia is in the process. Looks like he's already gone through it. He's been taken through the formalities. He has picked up the he's picked up the electoral the form. He's done voting. He's dropped it in the ballot box, and hopefully we get to hear from him before he leaves the headquarters. But Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has just voted. We're looking to hear from him before he leaves the headquarters. You expect that the crowd there would want to hear a word or two from him. And so we're keeping our eyes on him. Hopefully he engages the crowd there and gives a word or two to the media who are there. Hansen Ajiman is our correspondent at the NPP headquarters. Let's hear from him.
Observing events even before Dr. Bawumia came in. What is the assessment of today's proceedings? And you're some 35 minutes away from end of.
Thank you so much. And let me say, the organization, everything has been perfect across the country because I've been monitoring. We just thank the delegates for the show of love for our party. You can see from all polling stations the enthusiasm, the commitment. I mean, we just thank everyone, and I believe that by the end of the day, it will continue to be peaceful. So far, it's been peaceful, and we can only expect a good outcome that will be very peaceful.
Now, Dr. Bawumia has come here to vote. Throughout the day, have you been speaking with him? What is his own assessment of the event?
He believes that he will win. That's all. He believes he will win. And he's told the country, I was with him throughout, and I think it was good. We believe that he represents us, he will represent us by the end of the day. He will lead our party.
He has come in and he's gone into the party headquarters. Yes. What exactly has informed this movement going into the party?
Oh, I think there are some elders there that he's going to greet. This is his party office, so I think he's going to show love to the officers there as well. So that's it, yeah.
But talking about the collation process and everything, to what extent and what timing are you working with to get the results for Dr. Bawumia?
Oh, I think he has his own personal coalition as well. He has his own personal coalition, but we will be waiting for the EC coalition as well. Everything is in place. I mean, let me also say that the party election committee has actually done well. We thank the EC, we thank the police and everything. And I know that at the end of the day, it's still going to be peaceful. We are only hoping for a peaceful outcome. That's all.
Well, so we are making arrangements to try as much as possible to speak with Dr. Bawumia after he comes out of the meeting. With some of the executives, some of the executives, some of the executives who are
Well, live pictures from the headquarters of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, in Asalam down here in Accra. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is there. We understand he's gone up into the party's offices to, if you like, exchange pleasantries with the executives of the party. We hear some elders are also there, so clearly he'll be engaged in them. Audu Mahama is the managing editor of the Custodian newspaper, and he's been kind enough to join us in studio. Audu, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Even before I engage you, Jude was going to run us through some figures. Okay. So let's go back to Jude Duncan.
All right, Nana 24. So this is the map of Ghana, like I was saying before, the feed from the Vice President. The NPP has some experience in doing this. They've done this since 1992, when Professor Albert Dubois first won the bid to be flag bearer. Now, within that period, we've seen 4 people, elected to lead the party into elections. What we also notice in the trend is that each time the party is in power, you realize that for the first term or after the first term, there's not really a process like this. There's more like an acclamation of the sitting president going into the election. Yeah. So you realize that it happens more frequently when the party is in opposition. Case in point, 96, 98. Also, we witnessed it in 2007 when 2010 there was another presidential primary. 2014 there was also another presidential primary. So for this, as the results from 2023, and with the 2 leading candidates, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who at the time was sitting vice president. Also Kennedy Ohene Ejapon, and he was also sitting member of parliament for Asin Central. Now you see the map here tells the story. Now blue, of course, depicting Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia's wins across the regions, and also red, or you can say pink, for Kennedy Ejapon. Now, what this shows or tell us is that for each region, Dr. Bawumia won over 60%. You see that it's in a deep blue state, right? Whereas for regions where Kennedy won, it's sort of a light, shade of red. Now, this pin right here is the party headquarters, and of course, Accra. So clearly, higher up the country, from the north up until parts of the south, you realize that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia was in a strong lead, as some would say, a very comfortable lead, won quite comfortably. Now, if you come further south, that is where the trouble begins, right? So you see that Kennedy won the central region, which is his own region, although not convincingly as compared to other regions Dr. Bawumia won. So he would also go on to win Volta region in the 2023 MPP primaries, and that shows on the map as well. Now, this is the overall picture for the 2023 results. At the end of polls, Dr. Bawumia polled 118,210 votes as against Kennedy's 71,996 votes, right? Now, the win margin was in excess of 46,000 votes.
Very well, Jude, hold on for me. Let's go back to the party headquarters. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is about to address the press.
Monitoring what has been going on in the country, and so far the process seems to be very smooth. So far, what the IG promised with strong at all the polling stations, we see it manifesting, and I think that has resulted in a very smooth process so far. I just voted, and the process here at the headquarters was also very smooth. So I would like to thank God for this good process so far. I'd like to thank everybody who's been involved, the EC, the National Party itself, the media. So far, I think
Apologies, we seem to be having some challenges there with that feed, but Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has just voted at the party's headquarters here in Accra. They're engaging the media, expressing gratitude to the Electoral Commission, to the party's election committee, and of course the party's executives, and of course thanking the rest of the country for the peaceful nature in which the process has been so far. Let's go back to Jude. Let's run through the figures, and then we can have some conversations.
All right, so Nana, this is the overall picture: 118,210 as against 71,996, representing 61.4 as against Kennedy's 37.4%. I don't know which region has your interest, or which region you are most interested in. But for example, if you take the Ashanti region, which of course is the hotspot or the World Bank of the MPP, this is how it panned out in the 2023 election for the MPP, right? So Bawumia polled 22,205 as against Kennedy's 11,390 votes, right? Now, mind you, they were not the only two candidates in the vote. You remember that after the super delegates, the number was whittled down to 5. But of course, the former energy minister, Boakye Jakun, withdrew from the race. So we had Owusu Efriakoto, who was a former agric minister, and of course, Francis Adainimo, you can say a perennial contender. This time around, we didn't see him in the race. Their results pretty much negligible, but this is how the results came out in the Ashanti region. Now, Nana 4, let me take you to the party headquarters. Now, this is where the top brass of the party, you want to say, would vote. So I'm referring to former appointees, former ministers, former national executives, the Council of Elders. Now, this is how the results look like in the MPP headquarters, right? So Bawumia had 254 votes as against Kennedy's 133 votes. So not much in terms of difference. So you get the sense that the top brass of the party were not too split as to who they preferred to lead the country. If you come to the Accra region, the capital of the republic, and I realized that even though it's blue, it's a light shade of blue. Like I said, what this means is that Bawumia won all right, but the win margins, you know, wasn't really huge.
He didn't get the 60%.
He didn't get the 60%. So he had a 52.1 as against Kennedy's 47.2. So Accra didn't really mirror the national picture in terms of the win percentage. Now, concerns are whether Dr. Bawumia can do better than what he polled in previous elections. And of course, time will tell with that one. If you come to Eastern, another region you can say is a stronghold of the NPP, I beg your pardon. This is how the result looked like in the Eastern region. So Bawumia had 13,000 as against Kennedy Japan's 6,927. Now, this is how the size looks like, right? So if you take where the numbers are, you have Greater Accra region, you also have the Eastern region, then you move to the Central region, then there's also the Northern block, right? So you want to add all of the regions in the north, including the Northern region itself, and of course, it's followed by Western region. So the numbers make for an interesting spectacle going into today's presidential primaries. Like I said, it's happened 7 times from 92, 96, there was also another election, 98, we saw President or former President John Agyekum Kufuor win the bid. Of course, when he won for the remaining tenure, there wasn't any because he was President of the Republic. Of course, then after we saw the famous 2007 MPP primaries where 17 party members, a significant number of them cabinet ministers, contested. Nana Akufo-Addo will win the election closely in the first round. And of course, there was also the 2010 because he lost the 2008 election to Professor John Evans Fifi Atamil. So we'll bring you more data on the results as it came out in previous elections. But this is the picture for the 2023 NPP presidential primaries.
Well, thank you very much, Jude. Jude Duncan there running us through the figures as recorded in the 2023 presidential primary of the New Patriotic Party, giving us the regional breakdown as well. We'll go into it again and look at what the victories or the losses and the margins mean going forward, and if any patterns or trends can be drawn from same. But I quickly want to engage Audu. I'm sure you've been following the process since morning. General observations so far?
Yes, I have. And let me say thank you to your viewers. This is my first time of being here, and I must say you have a nice setup here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, it's been great all over the place. I think all the constituencies that just started very early. The process started very early at 7 a.m. and so far nothing untoward has happened in all the constituencies. I understand there was some a bit of just feel at Bleku Masaf, where some two names were omitted. They said they were omitted because they were no longer part of the electoral album, and that created some few challenges. But apart from that, I think the process has been very smooth, and we have about less than an hour to end the process. So we look up to the winner. When the vote is ended, what is left is sorting out.
Exactly.
When you see your ballot papers, a pile of your ballot papers,
the heap you have,
yes, that will determine whether you are winning or not. When you see that it is not convincing, then you begin to lose hope, especially if the trend shows that your pile is reducing or constant across the country. Yes.
Very well. Alfred, this time you're not doing biometric verification. The MPP is not doing biometric verification. Can you run us through why?
We gave it to the EC. They did the album. Actually, they gave it out to every constituency. Everyone checked. They did it electronically. You could even sit at home and check it. And so after that, they brought it back for re-verification. And then they gave everything to the EC. So we kept everything out ourselves. It's what the EC wants to do. They do. And they feel that when you bring any identification, your picture is in there, your face is there, your number is there, your voter ID number is there, your party number is there, and every picture and name is there. And if you can be identified, why not? I mean, it's straightforward and faster.
And so far, we've not had any challenges with
not
that.
At all.
Not at all.
The only few we've had, like what he said, were those who forfeited their membership. They were taken out of the album, and those are people who went with other people in the last elections to support and vote for other candidates and even work for them. Once you do that in our constitution, you forfeited your membership. And once it can be proven that yes, you went to work with another candidate against the party, I don't think they should give you the chance to vote, because don't forget that we are using the executives who are already in there to vote. You haven't done new executive list, because if you had done a new, starting from the polling station, which you are going to do from February, if you had started from the polling station to the end, to up to the presidential, before voting, all those people would not have been in the album to vote, because they will be taken off since you've gone to work for another candidate or you've gone to work against the party. So forfeited members are not allowed to vote. But those who, maybe there are one or two casualties, you have those who are also dead and things. And definitely, once it's a human institution and you are doing this, then there are one or two people who their names might not be in there. But I don't think it's a massive thing. That should.
Larry, the aspirants signed a peace pact before going to the polls. During this signing, the IGP, or no, when the party engaged the EC and the police, the IGP mentioned that it was going to deploy 70 men per polling center. So let's look at security so far, and your thoughts on security. The deployment of about 70, in some instances we are hearing 30, others we are hearing 40. Let's look at security so far and the conduct of these officers who have been deployed to the various polling centers.
Yeah, I think so far there's not been any incident, any security. Unless, of course, it happened elsewhere that it hasn't been reported, but we haven't heard anything. And I have also heard about how, the police are actually on the ground and ensuring that, the process is going smoothly. In any case, this is just a contest between, family members. Let's put it that way.
Family members. What's going on?
I just smile.
I'm sure they were trying to appreciate what I meant by family members.
They were laughing because you added less, put it that way. Why do you add?
Oh, well, it depends. There will come a time where a family member will decide whether he actually wants to be a family member or wants to be outside and be throwing in whatever, or the NDC will call pissing in. So that's another matter. But as I said, security has been tight. So far, so good. But the counting is a different process. Declaration is a different process. And then whether or not people will accept that thing, will accept the results, it's another matter. So, so far so good. But let's wait for the other processes.
Well, let's hear from the Inspector General of Police. He has been round, he's toured some polling stations already, and has given some remarks regarding his own observation of the process.
Everywhere.
Well, here so far.
Yes. There's only misunderstanding about this queuing. Everybody wants to be attended to before he or she goes. But they should exercise patience. We have asked our men to put the barricades so that they go step by step. Those who will be in the queue, anytime after the 2 p.m., they will be allowed to vote. So they should not be creating any chaos over here. And I hope there's going to be understanding. We'll be able to solve the problem here, and it's left with discipline that is being managed. So I think so far it's okay. They are just worried about finishing early to go home. And that is the only problem. And it will be done. So the policemen will arrange it nicely for them so that they can finish and go. Thank you.
So that was the Inspector General, Christian Tete Yohunu, speaking there after touring some polling stations across the capital, Accra, giving assurances and, of course, making his own observations of the exercise so far regarding the deployments he's made and how they've conducted themselves so far regarding the NPP's presidential primary, which is happening today. In about a few minutes, polls will close and then the sorting and the counting will begin. Later in the day, we expect a declaration to happen. I have Audu Mahama in studio with me. I have Alfred Thompson in studio with me. Larry Dugbe is here. And Jude Mensah is our statistics guy, if I can put him that way today. He's the man with the data today. So we'll be going back to him pretty shortly to look at some of the figures, especially from 2023, because there was a Super Delegates Conference. That's the most recent one. what the figures mean, and then of course if there are any interpretations, any trends that we can draw from there. But I would do.
Yes. Am I done?
Sorry?
Am I done?
Are you done?
No, I'm asking whether
I'm asking you, are you done?
No, because I'm being asked to explain what I meant by family members.
You want to go back to that?
You know,
he's them.
Who's that?
There are certain family members, you know, who do you want to be part of the process?
So, okay, so is this family a nuclear family or an external family? Anyways, let me come to Audu.
Yes.
It looks like the NPP has handed everything over to the Electoral Commission to run it for them.
Sure. Yeah.
Way to go?
That's the way to go. Elections, general elections are conducted by EC, and this election is considered to be a general election. That is why EC is handling it, and which that's the electoral management body in the country. They are well resourced. They have the capacity to do it. They have resources. They have the personnel to do it. And also, you want fairness in the process. You want fairness in the process. You don't want a candidate to say that because a party is conducting it, it may favor officials of that party may favor one candidate or another. That is why it's important that you get a neutral arbiter, an impartial arbiter. I'm not convinced with this neutral. We're neutral. You get an impartial arbiter to conduct the election, so that
you don't think anyone is neutral.
No. I've said it elsewhere that there's no neutral person in this country,
really,
including journalists. So when people pretend they are neutral, we have seen the neutrals now.
You're not neutral.
Me? I am not. I am fair. Larry is not. He's not. But when you come say,
why is he speaking for me?
I'm asking him.
Because I concluded that there's no neutral person in the world, not even in Ghana.
That is true. I agree with you.
There's no neutral person. A neutral person is actually somebody who is dead.
You'll always have
an opinion. Once you express an opinion, it will against somebody else's opinion.
How about objective?
That is what I said. You can be fair, you can be objective and all that, but there's no neutrality.
Impartial.
You can be impartial. But you cannot be neutral in any matter. If you are neutral in any matter, you are dead, a dead body. So it is important that Electoral Commission conducts the election because they are considered to be impartial in this contest, so that at the end of it all, the winner and the vanquished will accept the results as having been conducted fairly. As I said, if you allow the party officials to conduct it, look, he is deeply involved on one side. I may be, but mine. I'm
open.
His is more pronounced than mine.
I'm open.
And therefore, if you allow party people to conduct the process, and there is a defeat in one party, the person will say that because the officials or senior members of the party are supporting that winner, that's why he won. But this process is going to be fair. So far, I have listened to all the aspirants, with the exception of, I think, Kennedy at Japan. I've not heard him speak yet. But the rest have.
Yes, he spoke.
No, I said I have not heard him. But the exception, all of them.
I can tell you what he said.
All of them have.
You speak for him now.
All of them have said that the process has been fair, and there are no instances of violence across the country. So we wait to see the verdict of the people. The delegates, I call them the kingmakers of the party. They will crown the winner today. When they decide, nobody can say otherwise.
They can be the kingmakers or the killers.
Yes. Yes, they can. They can kill people.
No, they can kill the party.
They can also kill the party. Yes,
based on who they make
the king. Yes, so it's very important. That's why, even in traditional setting, when they are elected, when a king is being chosen, the person is nurtured to see the norms, the etiquette of that stool. So every political party has its norms and etiquette and all that. So the party members know these things. So when they are going into elections like this, they look at those things, that who will best represent the interests of the party in terms of the party's tradition, the etiquette, the integrity, morality, and all that. And you consider all these things before choosing a candidate. Right. So I think that at the end of it, we'll see a credible winner. If the people decide that they will not give the party a credible winner, then a person that the people think that this is worthy of a personality that should represent the party, then I think the delegates will be doing very great disservice to this tradition, the Dankwa Dombo Buzia tradition. Yeah.
Alfred, you have...
I wanted to find out from Alfred, is Dr. Frimpong wanting voting?
He's not. But the last time he announced, what did he say?
He said
he's not a member of the
election. He's not
a member of the party, and he didn't vote in the last general election. How can he vote in a party election?
But he's a former appointee.
Yeah. A former minister.
And former ministers are voting.
Not all former ministers.
Not all of them.
Yes.
I mean,
is the party stopping them from voting, or is it a personal choice?
Nobody's stopping. Some are not in the country. It's Kenofreata voting.
No, but he is in the country.
No, it's Kenofreata
voting.
But he is in the country.
Who told you he's in the country?
No, Frimpong Boateng. I think he's in the country.
He could have traveled yesterday.
But has he traveled?
He hasn't traveled. He hasn't traveled, but I think he will not appear to vote.
Why?
So you see, he is saying one thing, and that's why I said that it's a choice.
Vote is because even the general election, he said. Even the general election, he said he didn't vote.
But between the general election and now, a lot has happened.
But he has said a lot of things.
In fact, a lot that has happened can even show that he will not even go anywhere.
You are basing this assumption on
recent happenings. Near the NPP office.
Wow. Is this your studio?
I thought Larry would have asked me that have we gone to check the NDC Coalition Center to see whether it's active and working?
No, I'm sure they'll activate it when counting.
We'll get there.
You should call computer to ask him.
They said they don't want voter manipulation in NPP.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
They're interested in what happens in their neighbor's house.
But it's strange that some of the commentary coming, how Akumse has complained about how some of the delegates' name are not in the register. So meaning that they can't vote.
Akumse complained.
Yes, he's complaining.
But the register was sent to every aspirant one and every polling constituency for them to check. They did a cross check, they brought it back, everyone saw it, and then before they did the final
but
printing.
if she's complaining now, then it means that maybe what they edited is not what is on the ground.
I think no. What I'm going to say is simply that some people initially who probably voted in the last election are not there now, and there are instances where people have been taken out because of some of the issues that he mentioned. That if you act in a manner that the practice is that you are going contrary to the constitution, they are laid down regulations.
So let me give you let me give you one. Let me give you one instance. If someone has forfeited his position, and like Fantiman, when I went to, there's a person who has forfeited. They appointed someone to take that position.
Okay.
Once the person's name wasn't in the voter register or the book, in the last election, they would not add it. They are using everything that is in the last. So any person that has been appointed to maybe replace even someone who is dead, or someone who has left, or someone who has resigned from the position will not be put in the album.
Right. Okay. So people were actually appointed to represent.
Yeah.
Who appointed them and by what criteria?
And that's what I use the word, if maybe you forfeited your position, or maybe I've left the area as an executive, or I've left the area, I don't want to stay there, so I said, I'm stepping down. I don't want to be this, or you are dead. Or maybe you got an appointment somewhere, and so you don't want to be a known, or you don't want to be in the party register.
Right.
You would have to take your name out. And it could be in the security services or anything. There are people who went into the security services and they cannot be in the party register. So your name will be taken out.
Let's look out for some of these things, because certain concerns could be expressed after the voting process, and we need to be mindful of some of these things.
But anything like this, nothing can be done about it now till after the voting.
No, well, it becomes another packet of...
Once they've given you the chance...
hold on to it.
No, once they've given you the chance, they've given you the album, you have to do everything possible to make sure that before the final print, and every person or every candidate sent a representative to the printing house.
Right. No, but Alfred,
you were there for the printing.
The concern... How Akumse is not just an ordinary person. See, I
understand where you're coming from.
Alfred, let me finish. Let me finish.
I haven't said that. I say I understand where you are coming from.
Okay, so
However,
keep that understanding.
However, I want to make it short for you so that we move on to another topic. However, anything that is happening now.
Alfred is preempting your thoughts.
add anybody's name into the register now.
At this point,
nothing will be put into the register until after the voting.
No, but
and everything that will happen after the voting is the new register that we are going to create. From polling station, we'll have it in February. Then we go into the electoral area in March. We'll do constituency in April. We'll do regional in May. There'll be a break for 1 month. Then we'll do the national. Then after that,
Alfred, I'm talking about the register being used.
And I'll give you an answer.
Okay, let me, if I can help. I think I understand him. Is that if
how would you understand what I haven't said?
No.
He hasn't even said it.
He said it
already. He wants to make a point
said that
about
a loser may raise. Yes, he may raise.
So how do you know?
No, but you see, I'm reacting to his concerns now. Why he said that? Listen, people could be appointed by way of replacement.
Yes.
And I'm telling you that Hawa Kumsin is not an ordinary person.
Yes.
She has been an MP. She has been a minister. Okay? And she tells you that she's a supervisor in that particular constituency where the voting is taking place. And that she's worried.
Is it for the party or for a candidate?
For the party.
Okay.
And that she's worried that delegates had come to vote and that their names were not in the register. You get it?
Yeah.
And I'm saying that becomes another concern. That could spark trouble for the party, if you like. And even if, this album indeed went round and everybody saw through it and then take their names, Howard says that on the voting day, their names
that are missing.
So meaning that I had gone there fully, assured that my name is in the register, only to be, for the records. Is that?
You want to finish? I'll ask you one question.
Oh, go ahead. So then I check, and then my name is not in the register. That becomes a problem.
Okay, so let me ask you, Larry.
Yes, please.
If you are going for a national election and you go to the polling station today and your name is not in the register there, would they insert your name there?
No, they won't be insert.
Would they allow you to vote?
No, but you see, that is a different process altogether.
It's the same thing we are doing.
It's a replica of a national election.
Thank you. That's what I'm telling you. So don't even bring any mind to it because nothing will be done. Let us move forward. We give you a time to do cross-checking. Whether you are even the former president, we gave you a time to do cross-checking. If you didn't cross-check your name, and your name is not in, and the register has been printed and has been sent to the AE, as we said now, that control is not in MPP's hands. It's in the Electoral Commission's hands. So whatever you do, whatever you say, it's Electoral Commission who is handling it. If you go there and you go and misbehave, the police will do their duty. That's all.
So for disenfranchising somebody,
nobody has been disenfranchised.
Okay, may I come?
Because if you didn't go and check your name and your name is not there, they gave everybody the chance. They gave you the passport. That even if you can't go to the polling station, you can check from your phone. If you didn't check and your name is not there, you can't vote in one.
So for the person who walks to the polling station, I'm here to vote. This is my party membership. This is my Ghana card. And I'm here to vote. I'm the constituency so and so, whatever. And I'm here to vote. And then they check through, and then my name is not there. I've been disenfranchised.
No,
you
have
not.
Let's hear from Audi. Let's hear from Audi.
The album was given to, first of all, as he said, all the aspirants. And aspirants were supposed to cross-check and look at the names in the register. And were also sent to constituencies. So if you are a leader, or you are in charge of a particular group, you are to ensure that your people are in that album. And we all know in this country, even when we do exhibitions in general election, people hardly even go to check their names.
Thank you.
People don't go to check their names until they get to the election booth, and they look and their names are not there. So this is something that when they are not there, they are not allowed to vote.
Is it a case where, let me ask the two of you.
Let him finish.
Quickly.
You ask.
Is it a case that, because I did not come to check, EC should take my name out of the thing?
Omitted anyone's name.
No, that is the argument you are making.
EC printed the register.
That is the argument you are making.
I'm not making the argument.
All candidates had representatives present during politics. Yeah.
No, printing is a different thing. I'm talking about the album.
Don't worry.
Before
Printing, every candidate had to go through the album. You sent it to your people to all check.
So,
National sent it to everyone.
If I didn't show up, I'm still constituency executive.
If you didn't show
my
up,
name should go.
if you didn't show
my
up,
name should be deleted.
But Larry, at that point, if your name is not in the album, there's nothing that can be done about it.
Whatever message.
You know that this register.
Your message is not accepted.
Some names have been removed from the register for obvious reasons, and they were not entitled to vote.
Thank you.
So if you are part of that group, and you go there with your full ID card or your party card, and your name is not registered, it means that your name might have been genuinely taken off the register, and therefore you are not entitled to vote.
Does it mean I cease to be an executive of the party or a delegate?
Depending on why they have removed your name from the register.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's go.
Very well.
It's too late for anybody.
We understand the police has picked up some 2 delegates, MPP delegates at Ablekuma North. 2 delegates who are actually executives of the party. We understand the constituency research officer Jones de Graft. Jones de Graft and Abubakar Brima is a constituency organizer. We understand the 2 of them have been picked up following an earlier scuffle at one of the polling stations. That's the Odoko polling station. There was a scuffle earlier. Some accusations flew. Tempers were high. There was some altercation, and we are being told now that 2 Ablekuma North constituency executives of the New Patriotic Party, in the persons of Jones de Graft, a research officer, and Abubakar Brima, who is the constituency organizer, have been arrested. Also in Asin South, we understand tensions are high at a polling center in Asin South. This is the central region.
This is Reverend in Team Forger's constituency.
Yeah, we understand a group of delegates allegedly assaulted an agent of presidential aspirant Dr. Brian Echampong over claims of financial impropriety. So it looks like the Brian money is not getting to where it has to get to, and people are not happy.
Impropriety, is it that he's giving more or they've not been giving?
He's given money for transportation for delegates.
Yes.
Delegates are not receiving the
One thing you should also note is that when you are giving people funds for transport, you cannot give it around anywhere near
the voting
center. So if you go there and you try and do that, you'll be taken away.
Be arrested.
Yeah.
Very well.
So, but I'm coming up.
Don't be mischievous.
You can tell.
The way he started laughing, you shouldn't be mischievous.
You know, it says I like the way he's classified everything, funds or transport. So let's say the police station is around let's say just a walking distance from my house.
Yes.
Do I need transport?
Yesterday or the day before, they couldn't give you your transport.
No, I'm asking you.
I told you that it's not only for transport.
Do I need transport too?
I mentioned.
So by what criteria is that transport being shared?
Yes, but if you are going to give transport, you should give to all, irrespective of their proximity to the voting center.
So I'm saying that. So it's money that is going around.
For
Let's
transport.
admit it.
It has a purpose.
For transport and food.
It has a purpose.
For what?
Transport and food.
I'm saying that. Let's say we are next door to this hotel. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's assume that the hotel is a polling station.
Right.
And we have to move from here to the hotel and vote. Do we need transportation?
Will you give people from Achimota transport to come and vote?
No, I'm saying that
We
we need it.
We don't need it.
I need to ask you
But
one question.
Why are you asking me?
I'm asking you a question to respond to you. Yeah, the question is that you came from home, didn't you?
Yes.
Has China One given you water to drink?
Yes, they've given me
You
water.
couldn't drink water at home.
It's past 2 p.m. Polls are expected to close anytime soon. We're still monitoring. Once polls close, we'll go around, we'll touch base with our various correspondents, our various reporters, and bring you, if like, an atmosphere or paint a picture to you what it looks like at the various polling centers across the country. But it's past 2 p.m. Polls are expected to close. Fafa Melody Potofi is joining us from Ablekuma North, where we understand 2 delegates have been picked up. Hello, Fafa. Thank you so much for joining us. Run us through what has happened that has brought us to this point where 2 delegates have been picked up by the police.
Right, so voting just ended at the Odoko Kaleria Basic 1 and 2 in the Ablikuma North constituency. Currently, sorting and counting is underway. But before then, 20 minutes for voting to end, we just saw a scuffle erupt, and at the center of the scuffle was the former Member of Parliament for Ablikuma North, Nana Ekwia. Now, we do not really know what the issues were, but upon conversations with delegates who have refused to speak on record or on camera, they are saying that it was a matter of money which was supposed to be given out to delegates in order for them to vote, and some people are sitting on the money or hoarding the money and not giving out the money. So the police were trying to mobilize or beef up the security around the inner perimeter ahead of counting. But some of the delegates were resisting adhering to those commands or the directives that was given to them by the police. So the police had to use force, and 2 of the delegates were arrested. Upon further consultation and enquiries, we realized that one of the people who was picked up is the constituency research officer for the Ablikuma North constituency, for the MPP precisely, and his name is Jones Degraff. And the second person who was also picked up is the organizer, constituency organizer for the MPP. Yes, so that's what we know so far about the matter.
So, Fafa, regarding the former parliamentary candidate, was she intervening, or what exactly was she doing?
So the first person who was picked up, who happens to be Jones Degraff, happens to be one of her people, and she and Sheila Bartels have been very open about their stance on the primary, siding with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. So they are on the Baumia camp over here, and it was as though they were picking one of her people, so she was trying to intercede and let the police know that no, the guy really didn't do anything. So she was also resisting vehemently. She wasn't having it. So that was why you could see her in throwing, we could say, a tantrum, flaring up.
Very well. Did this incident impact or affect the voting process in any way?
I mean, the voting process had ended literally because there were no more delegates coming in to vote. So we were right about done with the
So polls had closed, but a scuffle erupted as a result of some money that had allegedly not been released, if I understand
Exactly. They were saying that there were a few more delegates who had not cast their votes yet, and they insisted that until the money due them were released, they weren't going to vote.
Were these delegates in queue?
No, you could see them in small groups and discussing, and some of them expressed bitterly how they know that some of these leaders are sitting on monies which have been given out to be distributed to them. So most of them said until the money reached them, they were not going to cast their votes.
Did they mention who had given them these monies?
You would predominantly hear Baumia camp, Ken camp, Educhum camp, Brian camp. Those are the 4 dominant camps I've heard so far among the delegates when they discussed that monies have been doled out to be given out to them.
Very well, Fafa. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll come back to you as and when you have more information for us. Fafa Melody Kotofe reporting from the Ablikuma North constituency, where we understand the scuffle broke out, and 2 delegates who happen to be constituency executives of the New Patriotic Party have been picked up by the police service. Ablikuma North again.
So, like I told you, anybody who misbehaves or causes any stir around the parameters, or anywhere near the parameters of a polling station or a polling center, to put it that way, will be taken away by the police. Today, as till 3 o'clock, that's the full declaration will be made. Everything that is going on are being handled by the police and the Electoral Commission. It's not handled by the party. So if you're a party person and you misbehave, know that you're in your own hands.
The commander for that particular area, the police commander, is ACP, the musician. The name doesn't come ready to me.
Kofi Sapon.
Yes, I saw him in the video, but I've never seen him in this state before. Perhaps whatever was happening must have really aired him up.
You see, nobody wants to have a situation in their area. So any small or slight.
And is this same Ablekuma North where the Hawakumsing issue, the flying?
Where they're flying.
any slight disturbance, every polling center, the police will carry away from there. You can go and do it in the sea, you can go and do it anywhere, but when you come around those parameters, the police will deal with you. And it's something that our people should know.
To draw from the report, there's something that is emerging that I'm worried about the MPP. He may disagree with me. This issue that people have walked from their home to polling center and publicly declare that they will not vote because they have not been given their TNT. Because you have already walked to the place. I think that if we allow, if the party people,
then why is now with me?
If the party people allow, everybody is entitled to.
Let me just chip in real quick. That's on your screens. Sorting is underway at the headquarters of the New Patriotic Party here in Accra. So you can see voting has ended at the party's headquarters, and currently the ballots are being sorted. I don't think the numbers at the headquarters will be that much. So in a matter of minutes, we'll know the heaps, and then later we'll find out who the heaps belong to. But how do you
they said over 900 people are voting at the
yes, 900 can be sorted out in a matter of minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was saying that something that is creeping into MPP, this monocracy.
It has always been there.
No, it has not. It has not.
How do it has always been there?
It has not. It's becoming, even if it has been there, it's becoming more serious. Look, if you have, as we will agree, this is supposed to be TNT for everybody across board.
I didn't
and all
agree.
political parties. In fact, if you will not agree, if you do not agree, so you are
like you don't be dissenting.
If he dissents,
it was monitoring inducements.
If he dissents,
is what?
Like for one dissent.
Oh,
if he dissents, if he dissents, he's only refusing to agree to the obvious.
That's
because transportation.
Not monitoring inducement.
It doesn't matter the quantum or the quantity of that amount.
You recall when Mahama, President Mahama today,
yes,
gave the 40 Ghana cedis. Yes, they were calling it bribe.
But that was fun. But what did the NDC say?
They were labeling it bribe.
What did the NDC say?
No, I'm saying if it was wrong at the time.
Hold on, let me go to Asen South. So we understand there's some tensions in Asen South. Asen South is in the central region. That's the constituency of Reverend Intim Fojo. We understand there was some confusion there. We'll be engaging our central regional correspondent. He's in the area to bring us up to speed regarding exactly what has happened there. Akwesi Ado Okai is our central regional correspondent. Akwesi, thank you so much for your time. Brief us on what is going on within the Asin South constituency.
All right, thank you for having me. So in the Asin South constituency, voting had begun around 7 a.m. The process was moving smoothly until when some delegates began getting
Hello, Akwesi.
Hello, Tufo.
Akwesi, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay, so the process was flowing smoothly until some delegates began getting agitated about the fact that they heard that Brian Achampong's camp was allocating 700 Ghana cedis to each delegate. But the guy who was in charge of the disbursement actually gave out 500 cedis to delegates and then pocketed 200 cedis allocated for each of the delegates. So some of the delegates who had already voted got agitated and then resorted to attacking that individual who was in charge of the disbursement. I should say that they took the timely intervention of the police to save this particular guy from harm. Let me say that it also had the whole process stalling for a while because some of the delegates who were yet to cast their votes decided not to vote at all until the 200 cedis was added to the original amount that was allocated to them. So after that suspension was resolved, the process resumed smoothly, and then as I speak with you now, voting has ended, and then voting is already underway in the Asen South constituency. In the Assam Central constituency, the process has been smooth since morning. There has been no chaos or no confusion at the voting center. And then as I take you through now, sorting is already done, and then counting is already underway. And let me say that judging from the number of ballot papers that has been sorted, there is no doubt that the Honorable Kennedy of Japan is going to have a superimposing victory at Central Constituency.
Hold on. Let's go back to this particular scuffle. So this gentleman, the allegation is that he took 200 CDs off a supposed 700 CD allocation, and so this is the reason why the delegates were attacking him. Are you able to tell whether he topped up the 200 CDs or not?
So what we heard was that reportedly the 200 CDs he took off from the original 700 CDs was handed over to his girlfriend, who could not be located anywhere near the voting center. So as of now, we do not know whether the money has been retrieved or not.
So what has happened now? Has he been whisked away by the police to ensure his safety? Are the delegates still there agitated?
The police only intervened to ensure that he is safe from harm. He has not been detained. We do not have any official communication from police or any other official sources whether he is going to put under arrest or not.
Not to put under arrest, but has he been taken away to safety, or is he still loitering around the polling center?
No, he's been taken away to safety.
Very well, Kwesi. Thank you so much. Kwesi Ado there, reporting from the Asin Enclave. He's been covering Asin Central, Asin South, Asin North, bringing us up to speed regarding what is happening in there. Let's go to Dom Kwabenya. Dom Kwabenya here in Accra. Ajubi Wiafia Kenteng is my colleague, and she's reporting from there. Hello, Ajubi. Has voting ended in Dom Kwabenya? Hello, Ajubi. We're struggling to get Ajubi, but she is in Dome Kwabenya. We'll touch base with her and find out if voting has ended. It's 18 minutes past 2 p.m. So we're going around the country to gauge the atmosphere where voting has ended. In other places, sorting underway, other areas, counting underway. So we'll bring you a feel of what is happening across the country as we touch base with our various correspondents. I understand Ajubi is back on the line. Ajubi, thank you so much. What exactly is happening in Dom Kwabenya now? Has voting ended?
Voting at the Dom Kwabenya constituency, that the Atomic A and B polling station, ended at exactly 2 p.m. Now, the sort of the ballot is currently underway. The counting is yet to begin. Earlier when I spoke to the director of the Dom Kwabenya constituency, the electoral commission, he made me know just around saying 12 noon, he made me understand that so far some 1,546 individuals have cast their ballots, and he's yet to furnish us with the full details of the individuals that have cast their votes at the end of the ballot. But everything is going on smoothly. You can hear in the background the agents here. The outcome of the election they are quite excited. The outcome, they are directly also taking into observation, and at the end of the day, we'll get the results from the Dom Kwabenya constituency.
Very well. Ajubi Wiafia Kenteng there, reporting from Dom Kwabenya, bringing us updates from that particular constituency where voting has ended. We understand ended at exactly 2 p.m. Sorting is underway. But let's take you to the headquarters of the New Patriotic Party here in Accra, Asylum Down. Hansen Ajiman is my colleague. We understand counting is currently underway. Hansen, thank you so much for joining us. Give us a report on the happenings at the headquarters so far.
Counting is ongoing here at the office. So they counted from the back. Kwabena Eje Japan, he had 7 votes here at the MPP headquarters. So they are still counting here. They started from the 5th candidate. And now so Yaodichum had 2 votes. Let's listen to some of the voices with respect to the count.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
So counting is still ongoing here at the NPP headquarters. For some way or somehow, they decided to count from the bottom, and so they counted the vote of Kwabena Eje Japan. He had 7 votes. Yao Edichum had 2 votes, and now they are counting Dr. Baumier's votes. He is attained 50 and counting. They are still counting the ballot. The elections concluded at exactly 2 p.m. right here at the NPP headquarters, and about 900 people are expected to cast their ballot. We are yet to be told the number of people who did cast their ballot indeed here at the MPP headquarters, but counting is still ongoing for Dr. Baumia. He's made 6 votes and still counting. Let's again some sounds from the counting by the Electoral Commission officers.
68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74.
I must say that a lot of people here are waiting with bated breath. A lot of people in anticipation of what exactly is going to happen here at the MPP headquarters. These votes are votes of the material, the structure of the party, including all the executives of the party, as the section of the party. And so far, from the votes and what has been counted so far, he has made about 100 votes and counting, and so there are still some more papers to be counted. His delegate, his agent is looking and observing keenly. When you come to the head office, because this is a place where a lot of the executives operate from, you can see from their balconies and from their offices, a lot of them stationed and observing the counting keenly here at the NPP headquarters. The security has been properly placed here at the NPP headquarters, and I mean, they are showing by example. This is the headquarters, and so when they say polls will end at 2, polls indeed ended at 2 with sorting, and now counting has begun. Dr. Baumia has made well over 138 votes and counting now, and so we'll still take some sounds and bites with respect to the counting.
44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
So counting still ongoing. Dr. Baumia has made 200 votes here at the NPP headquarters, and counting of his votes are still ongoing, I must say. So 200 and more, they are still counting. Earlier, Kwabena Ejapon's votes were counted. He made 7 votes. Yeah, Rechum had 2 votes, and Dr. Baumia has had 218 votes and counting. The EC officer, as you can see in your shot, is still counting. And let's take some more sounds from the counting by the EC official.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, that's 300. 1, 2.
So Dr. Baumia so far has made 300 votes and counting, and the electoral officer is still counting. Let's see the total tally. Dr. Baumia made 308 votes here at PP headquarters. Now they are about coming to Brian's count.
3.
Brian Champon had 3 votes. Now it's left with Kennedy Ohene Ejapon. Kennedy Ohene Ejapon. They are about counting Kennedy Ohene Ejapon's vote.
Ohene Ejapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53.
Those are the counts for for Kennedy Ohene Japan. He's made 57 and counting.
59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1.
So Kennedy Ohene Japan votes and counting. The electoral officer is still counting the results here at the NPP headquarters. Let's take a bite of some more of the results from Kennedy Ohene Japan.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 160.
So Kennedy Japan had 160 votes, and so at the NPP, Yedichum 2 votes, Dr. Bawumia 3 votes, Brian and Kennedy Japan 160 votes. These are the provisional results that we are getting from the MPP headquarters here at as far as the MPP results are concerned. That you can this is the NPP. This is where the results have this is what we have as far as the results are concerned in the NPP presidential primaries. Dr. Bawumia takes the lead here at the NPP headquarters with 308 votes, followed by Kennedy Japan has 160 votes. Kwabena J Japan has 7 votes, Yao Educhum 2 votes, and Brian 3 votes. And so that is it for us here at the NPP headquarters. What is left now is for them to move to the EC headquarters for further collation of the other results. But some jubilation coming in from outside. We'll try and see if we can get the sounds from some of Dr. Bawumia's supporters who are outside, who are So it's very interesting. Whoever is behind the turntables, the kind of song that the person has selected to play just after the results have been the results for this voting center has been declared in terms of Dr. Bawumia winning, and with a song that says and but it's one of joy, but a lot of them here are still waiting for results that are supposed to come in from other parts of the country. But what we can report from you, we can report for you from the NPP headquarters is that Kwabena J Japan had 7 votes, Yao Educhum had 2 votes, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had 3 votes, and Kennedy Japan had 160 votes.
Ken got 128. Right, Hansen Ajiman coming to us from the NPP headquarters, bringing us the counting there. Clearly, Dr. Bawumia taking the lead from the headquarters. Let me bring you the figures from there. Kwabena J Japan 7, Yao Osei Educhum 2, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia 308, Dr. Brian Echampong 3, and Kennedy Japan 160. So these are results or provisional results from the NPP's headquarters. Now we'll speak to Samuel Akom. He's coming to us from Wejagbawe. Let's find out what the figures look like, if indeed he has them. Sami, thank you so much for your time. Bring us up to date with what's happening in Wejagbawe.
Thank you, Boateng, and so welcome to the Wejagbawe constituency, specifically the Wejagbawe cluster of schools where the voting took place. And as I speak to you, indeed, voting has ended and sorting is also over, and currently counting is ongoing. But typical of an electoral process, supporters of the various camps are massed up here, singing chants and already jubilating over here, but the electoral officers are still counting the ballot papers here. But one thing we are seeking clarification from is the fact that they are not counting to our hearing, they are just counting to the agents at the station. We are not really hearing what they say, unlike other areas where you hear the EC officers mention this number, that number, and all. That is not being seen here. But all the agents, I can say on record, are present witnessing the counting process. And we have gotten some information from the Electoral Commission in terms of the data. Earlier we indicated that about 1,239 delegates were expected here, but the close of polls, 1,114 cast their ballots. So it means that only 125 delegates did not show up to show interest in electing the party's flag bearer for the 2028 general elections. And so that is what has been happening here. So far, calm has prevailed here, with security officers at various checkpoints and enough barricades to ensure that individuals who do not have the authorization gets into the inner perimeter. And so as and when counting is fully done, we'll bring you the figures as to the electoral outcome here within the Wija-Gbawe constituency. Nana Tufo-Boateng.
Thank you very much, Samuel Akom there, coming to us from the Wija-Gbawe constituency, where counting is currently underway. Pretty shortly, we should have the provisional results from the Wija-Gbawe constituency. My guests in the studio are receiving their own results, so they are doing their own analysis, comparisons, and what have you. Or some.
You haven't got results. No, we are only looking at.
No, you guys are the ones sharing them with me.
We are looking at the results that are coming and the trend.
Yes. And what does this trend tell you?
Elections, when you see the trend,
you can
that
tell where it's
from
going.
the previous election, the current one,
Exactly.
you will see whether you are winning or you are losing. And I think that in many constituencies, Brian is doing well. Brian is even beating Kennedy Japan, especially in the northern sector, in northern Ghana. And Brian may just
upset the whole thing?
No.
Or beat Ken to it? Come second?
Well, I don't know.
Is the contest between Ken and Brian?
No. It's among 5 aspirants.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, these are the 3, let's say 3 people leading the contest. And I am saying that the results that are coming so far from the northern sector, Brian is doing very well, doing better than Ken. And even some parts of the country.
I can give you one. Afajato South.
Yes.
Provisional results. Ken 85, Brian 294, DMB 109, Edwin 4, Ajipon 3.
You see?
Volta region.
And Volta region was won by Ken the last time. So if it's that one, then let's compare the last one. That is
because Ken
South.
won Afajato South.
So let's see what he got last year and compare to same. So Jude is here. Jude, if you can pull up the results for last year.
So it's the Volta region, right?
Yes, the Volta region.
The 2 constituencies Kennedy won. We don't have the constituency.
No, I have the constituencies. Let me check.
2 regions.
Yes.
Kennedy won, but the overall picture really, Baumia had 4,984 votes, representing 45.25%. Kennedy had 5,850, representing 53.11%. Right. Total valid votes for the Volta region was 11,015 votes.
Right.
So yes, yeah, spot on when you say that Volta region was one of the 2 regions Kennedy won. He also won the Central region, which is his home region. Already we've had results from Asin Central. It kind of mimics what we witnessed in the last presidential primary. Now again, the overall picture for the entire region, Kennedy would win it again. He had 6,232 votes, representing 33.3%, as against Kennedy Japan's 10,283, representing 54.9%. So it makes for an interesting analysis going into this election as to whether Ken will be able to build on the previous 2 regions he won in the 2023 MPP presidential primary.
But let's look at this table you have and give us the key takeaways from there.
Absolutely. The Greater Accra is split into 2, right? So across all constituencies, voting takes place. But there's also a specialized voting at the MPP headquarters.
Right.
The results of which you just mentioned for us. Now, what we see with the Greater Accra region is that Ken nearly flipped the capital as his grassroots appeal was strong there. And if you look at the numbers, you can say he's shown quite some strong showing amongst the top brass of the party. So, yes, Kennedy was strong in Accra. If you move to the Ashanti region, which is the MPP stronghold, Baumia dominated the party's base, but Ken's 12,000 votes was a record for an outsider in the race. Rarely do you see anybody pull that strong numbers. Maybe Larry can help us. In the NDC, you see a lot of 90% wins, right? But a few acclamations, famously the Swedro one that took place. But with the MPP, you see that the race is pretty close. And Nana Tufo, this map right here shows us how it looks like generally across
we'll come to this, but let me go to Tema West and speak to Fauzu Masaudu. He's standing by to bring us some updates from there. Fauzu, thank you so much. What can you report?
Hi, Nana. If you can hear me, earlier I was at Tema West. I also made a stop at Tema Central at some points, but presently I'm here at the Tredase Junior High School, which serves as a polling station for the Tema East constituency. The place has two centers, that's Center A and Center B, or if you like, Station A and Station B. Presently, counting is ongoing. So far, the results that have trickled in from the Station A is Kennedy Japan has 222, Brian 27, Baumia 883. But mind you, vote counting is still going on. When you come to this polling station, there are some partitions that have been made as part of protocols and what have you. This security tape you are seeing, which serves as a barricade, has been divided into two. So the first part, when you get here, you are expected to, it serves as a waiting area, and then you go into the inner perimeter proper, which served as a place where delegates went to vote. But now counting is ongoing at that side. Then it's also instructive to note that this polling station has been noted throughout this process for a number of allegations, particularly from supporters of Brian A. Champon, who alleged that his campaign coordinators have refused to release some funds that were meant for them. They indicated that the funds were, the funds are 700 Ghana cedis per head, and that they would have none of that. They will pursue their respective campaign coordinators in charge of these funds until they are given what is due them. They are out there waiting with bated breath as counting, climaxes, but we will inch closer to them to possibly gauge the mood, even as the electoral officers facilitate or accelerate, the counting process. Good morning. I have one of them here. Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Odin Wajaman.
Okay. You voted already, obviously.
Yeah, I'm the electoral coordinator.
Okay. Tell me about.
And the Bamuya coordinator the whole Ghana. I'm the chairman.
You are the chairman.
Yes. So today you get some peaceful election for Tama is here. So I will thank everybody. And the Honorable Tatos Grover, regional minister, former regional minister, is done well with in chairman, and we all, and the coordinators all. I will thank them. How the voters for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, that's what you wanted. You want Bawumia to go forward and go and take 2028 a battle for you.
All right, sure. So I'm seeing some jubilation ongoing in that. We would want to get closer to find out really what it could be, what the issue could be. But so while we are attempting to have access to the inner perimeter, some supporters are also trying to make their way in there, but the security, operatives here won't have none of that. We see. So we are still trying to have access to, to the polling, the inner perimeter proper, where counted. Counting is ongoing.
So far, right. Fauzuma Saudu there, bringing us some sights and sounds from the Tema East constituency, the Tredase #1 park. Counting almost done. You had some jubilant voices there, but let's bring you some results. Asin Central, provisional results. Kennedy Japan 495, Brian the Champon 4. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 28, Aduchum 1, Kwabna Ejapon 1. Adanse Asokwa constituency provisional results. Adanse Asokwa constituency, Kennedy Ohine Japan 114. Dr. Brian Echampong 70, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia 306, Dr. Yao Osei Aduchum 2, Engineer Kwabna Ejapon 2, rejected 0, total cast 494 out of a total of 523 delegates. Let's go to Efidjase Asokore constituency. Kennedy Ejapon 26, Brian Echampong 114, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia 456, 456. Yao Osei Educhum 2, Kwabna Eje Ejapon 0. Second D, provisional results. Kennedy Ohene Ejapon 81, Brian Echampon 39, 39. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 392, 392. Dr. Educhum 0, Kwabna Ejapon 0. Let's go back to Fauzu. Tema East is currently mentioning the results. Let's hear them.
Mahamudu Baumia had 448. 448. Yao Educhum had 0. Kwabna Ejapon had 1. Total valid votes 525. Total rejected, no rejected. Total votes in the ballot box 525. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, and will this be posted anywhere for access as directed in previous elections by the Electoral Commission, or to be transported to the party office?
Send it to the party.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. So that was the presiding officer here at the Tema East constituency, who just provided results of the polls. Kennedy Ejapon had 63, Brian Echampon 13, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 448, and Yawoduchum 0, and then Kwabna Eje Japon polled 1. So these are the results here from the Tema East constituency, precisely the Trinidia JHS school.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Fauzu Masaudu, bringing us results from the Tema East constituency. Let me now take you to the Okre constituency in the eastern region. Okre, Kennedy Ejapon 164, 164. Brian Echampon 169, 169. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 162, 162. Yao Educhum 2, Kwabna Ejapon 0. Let's go up north. Bole Bamboy, provisional results. Kennedy Ejapon 142, 142. Dr. Brian Echampon 71, 71. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 375, 375. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 8, Kwabna Ejapon 4. So that's Bole Bamboy. Akim Swedru, Kennedy Ejapon 45. Dr. Brian Echampon 66. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 177, 177. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 2, Kwabna Ejapon 0. Clote Kole, provisional results. Polling station A. Kennedy Ejapon 125. Brian Echampon 60. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 366, 366. Yao Osei Educhum 3, Kwabna Ejapon 2. Nkoko constituency, provisional results. Kennedy Ejapon 129. Dr. Brian Echampon 312, 312. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 368, 368, 368. Dr. Educhum 3, Kwabna Ejapon 0. Nkoko, I repeat, Nkoko, Kennedy Ejapon 129, 129. Dr. Brian Echampon 312, 312. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 368, 368. Dr. Educhum 3, Kwabna Ejapon 0. Fantiakwa South, Kennedy Ejapon 102, 102. Dr. Brian Echampon 43, 43. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 304, 304. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 0, Kwabna Ejapon 2. That's Fantiakwa South. In Shiayeso constituency, Kennedy Ejapon 321, 321. 321, 321. Yes, yes, that's the case constituency. Inshaeso,
3-1.
Inshaeso.
3-2-1.
Kennedy Japan, 321, 321. Brian Echampong, 91, 91. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 379, 379. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, 4. Kwabna Eje Ejapon, 0. New Drabane South, New Drabane South. Kennedy Ejapon, 101, 101. Brian Echampong, 45, 45. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 325, 325. Aduchum, 0. Kwabneje Japan, 0. Bantama constituency, Bantama constituency. Kennedy Ejapon, 293, 293. Brian Echampong, 47, 47. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 454, 454. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, 2. Kwabna Eje Ejapon, 0. Asene Akroso Manso, Asene Akroso Manso. Kennedy Ejapon, 127, 127. Brian Echampong, 210, 210. Mahamudu Baumia, 177, 177. The rest had 0. Bimbila, Bimbila. Kennedy Ejapon, 61, 61. Brian Echampong, 119, 119. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 702, 702. Aduchum, 5. Kwabne Japan, 2. Asen North, Asen North, Asen North. Kennedy Ejapon, 407, 407. Brian Echampong, 83, 83. Dr. Baumia, 40, 40. Educhum and Ejapon, 0. Fomena constituency, provisional results. Kennedy Ohine Japan, 127, 127. Dr. Brian Echampong, 44, 44. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 202, 202. Yao Osei Educhum, 1. Kwabna Eje Ejapon, 1. Kumawu constituency, Kumawu constituency. Ken Ejapon, 85. Brian Echampong, 58. Dr. Baumia, 278. Yao Osei Educhum, 6. Kwabna Eje Ejapon, 3. Insuta Kwamain Beposo constituency, Insuta Kwamain Beposo constituency. Kennedy Ejapon, 102, 102. Brian Echampong, 89, 89. Dr. Baumia, 378, 378. Osei Educhum, 2. Kwabneje Japan, 1. Asen South, Asen South. Kennedy Ejapon, 338, 338. Brian Echampong, 59, 59. Mahmoud Baumia, 250, 250. Educhum, 2. Kwabne Japan, 0. Akrofom constituency, provisional results. Kwabne J Ejapon. Okay, it's turned upside down. Let me just rework it. Akrofom constituency, provisional results. Kennedy Ejapon, 87, 87. Brian Echampong, 63, 63. Dr. Mahmudu Baumia, 188, 188. Kwabna Eje Japan, 2. Yao say Educhum, 3. Okay, so let's go to Damango. Damango constituency, provisional results for Damango. Kennedy Ejapon, 16, 16. Brian Echampong, 17, 17. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 471, 471. Educhum 3, Kwabena J Japan 1. Takrade provisional results. Takrade provisional results. Kennedy Japan 96.96. Brian Echampon 61.61. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 462.462. Dr. Educhum 0. Kwabena J Japan 1. Subin constituency. Subin constituency. Kennedy Japan 252.252. Brian Echampon 63.63. Dr. Baumia 515.515. Educhum 6. Kwabena Japan 1. Aswase. Let's look at Aswase. Kennedy Japan 150. Brian Echampon 160. Dr. Baumia 662. Dr. Educhum 1. Kwabena J Japan 5. Obuasi West provisional results. Kennedy Japan 223.223. Brian Echampon 49.49. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 405.405. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 7. Kwabena J Japan 0. Afutu is next. Afutu constituency. Kennedy Japan 644. 644. Kennedy Japan 644. 644. Brian Echampon 32.32. Mahamudu Baumia 79.79. Educhum 0. Kwabena J Japan 2. Let's go to Okaikwe South. Gabi Ofe is joining us from Okaikwe South. Let's hear what he has for us. Gabi, thank you. Welcome. Do you have results for us? What is happening in Okaikwe South? Unfortunately, Gabi is gone off, but let's bring you some more results from the various constituencies. Charles Owusukumi is joining us in the stead of Gabi. Charles, thank you so much. You were earlier reporting from YMCA. Tell us, voting should be done, sorting done, has counting been done, and if you have any results for us.
Very
well, Charles. Brief us on what has happened so far.
Yes, I mean, if you can hear me. Voting ended, counting has actually also ended here at the College constituency. Baumia supporters excited with the results that I'm just going to run by you quickly. Voting was smooth, started on time, ended at exactly 2 p.m. 2 polling stations set up here at this center. You can see police officers are beginning to pack up and leave. So I'll just quickly run by you the results the polling station is also. There are 2 polling stations, polling station A and polling station B. So total voters for the polling station A, we had 614 expected voters, 556 turned up, and here are the results for the candidate. The candidate Japan polled 125 votes at the polling station A. Brana Chimpon polled 60. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia polled 366. Dr. Yawase polled 3, and Kwabena Japan polled 2. And then these are the results for polling station B. Kennedy Japan polled 127. Brana Chimpon polled 95. Dr. Baumia polled 336. And Dr. Yawase polled 2. And Kwabena J Japan polled 0. So significantly, Dr. Baumia won this constituency by 703 votes. Coming in second is Kennedy Japan, who polled 252, which is lower than they both got in the last election, which was in 2023. So voting has ended, and Baumia supporters a few minutes ago excited by the results. Dr. Baumia winning politically, just like he did in 2023.
Thank you so much for that. Let's speak to Akwesi now. Akwesi Ajeanim, he's our Western Bureau Chief. He is in Takoradi at the moment. Akwesi, thank you so much for your time. Give us some brief updates regarding some results that you have received. Hello, Akwesi, if you can unmute. Very well, very well, very well. Brief us on the results you have so far.
Well, before I would say so far in the Western region, we have 3 of the results coming in, and that is Secondly, Efia, and Takoradi. And out of the 3 constituencies, the MP, the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is at the number 3 position on the ballot paper, has actually won. If I take you to Secondly, Dr. Honorable Kennedy Japon had 81 out of a total vote cast of 513. Brian Echampon had 39. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia had 392. Dr. Edichum had 0. And Kwabena Japon also had 0. We only recorded 1 rejected ballot. In Takoradi, Kwabena Japon had 96. Brian Echampon had 61. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia had 462. Dr. Edichum had 0. Kwabena Japon had 1. And this over here too, we had 1 rejected ballot out of a total vote cast of 620. Now let me take you to the final result that I have from the Western region, which is Efia constituency. We have Kennedy Japon recording 64 votes. Brian Echampon, Dr. Brian Echampon having 74 votes, 75 votes. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia recorded 343 votes. Dr. Edichum had 1, and Kwabena Japon had 0 out of a total vote cast of 483. And that is the situation over here out of the 3 constituencies we have here in Metropolis. If you look here, I'm currently standing at the Secondary Methodist Park, and the exercise is over. Everybody is gone. Those who are happy have been jubilating, and they've left, and those who are not happy have also gone, very sadly. We are waiting for the 2 other constituencies within the Secondary Takoradi catchment, that is Sikado Kitan and that of Kwesimintin, which is still undergoing counting. And so, so far, out of the 5 constituencies within the Secondary Takoradi bigger area, we have Dr. Muhammad Bawumia winning 3 out of the 5.
Akwesi, thank you so much. We'll come back to you for some more results from the Western region. Akwesi Ajeanim is Bureau Chief for the Western Belt, bringing us some results from Efia and Takoradi in the Western region. Let's touch base with Gabi Ofer. He is in the Kaikwe South constituency here in the Greater Accra region. Hello, Gabi. Thank you so much for joining us. Give us the results from the constituency or the polling station where you are.
Well, Nana, people who can hear me, voting ended at the Prince of Peace International School at the Okankwe constituency just around 2 p.m. And for here, we have 2 polling stations, so Center A and Center B. I'll quickly run you through the results from the 2 centers. I'll start off with Center A, with a total vote cast of 454 and total rejected of total registered of 503. So Kennedy Japon had 156 votes. Brian had 68. Bawumia had 229, and for Edichum he had 0, and for a Japon he had 1 vote. For the rejected ballot, we had just 1 for Center A. When it comes to Center B, we had Kennedy Japon taking 167, Brian Echampon with 73, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia with 5, and then Yao Osei Edichum with 5, and also the final one, Kwabena Japon with 1. For the Center B, we had total valid votes of 501 and 0 rejected.
Very well, Gabi. Thank you so much. Kaikwe South results as presented by Gabi. Mind you, these are provisional results. We'll wait for official results from the Electoral Commission. And then, of course, it is expected that an official declaration will be made at the NPP's headquarters here in Accra. We're bringing you the results from the various constituencies across the country, where we have our correspondents and reporters stationed, having monitored the exercise from morning all the way up until now. Let's touch base with one of such in Ayawaso North. Wahab is my colleague. Wahab, thank you so much for your time. What can you report?
Yes, Nana, I'm here at the Ayawaso North constituency, particularly the Unity JHS, where the voting was done. The process has ended, and the result, the sorting, count, and everything has completed. Now, back to the results. Starting with Kennedy Ohenwe Japan, he put 71 votes out of 636 total votes cast. And Dr. Brian Champon also came out with 65 votes. Dr. Mahmoud Bamian Bakri on the ballot came out with 499 votes. Dr. Yawase Yabichun had 0, and Engineer Kogna Ejeyo Japan also had 1 vote. The process here was very similar. It was very peaceful. We had the presence of the security bureau ensured that everything went on well. All the agents also cooperated so well. Currently ongoing, you can see the agents taking records on the pin sheet, ensuring that what they have corresponds correctly with the result on the pin sheet. So Nana, that is the result here at Ayawaso North constituency. The total vote cast at the end of the day was 336 out of expected voters of 682. We have recorded 0 rejected ballots. So the process here has come to an end. The jubilation is ongoing here. We've set up a sound system. Jubilation ongoing, supported by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The 2024 parliamentary. I have with me the 2024 parliamentary candidate for the NPP. Maybe you can know your name. So, what's your assessment of the entire process?
Well, hello, Ab. Let's leave you to engage him. We'll come back to you, but you can go ahead with that engagement. Let's touch base with other correspondents around the country to pick up some more results. Let's settle in the Ashanti region for now. The Bureau Chief for the Middle Belt, Hafiz Tijani, is joining us to give us an assessment of the results in the region so far. Hafiz, thank you so much for your time. Which constituencies have you picked results from, and what are the figures saying?
Well, a number of them, but let me first start off from the Inshaeso constituency where I am currently. So Kennedy Japan, 321 votes, and then Brian Champon, 91 votes, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 379 votes, Dr. Ya Oseiduchum, 4 votes, and then Engineer Kobne Japan, he had 0. So you look at the number of delegates, 889, and the Inshaeso constituency is very key because the member of parliament here, Stephen Amwa, popularly called Steka, is one of the leading coordinators as part or as far as the campaign for Kennedy Japan is concerned. We have heard him on several platforms, campaigning for Kennedy Japan, and then ensuring that he wins this election. And this did not go the same way as he wanted, though he campaigned so massively. We spoke to him a while ago, and he says that he's so surprised that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has won. He was expecting about 60% of the win for Kennedy Japan, but things have not gone on as expected for him. And then he's now engaging some of the delegates, and especially for those who sided with him in this encounter or in this election, trying to calm them down and tell them they are one. But he says that he's happy about the outcome of the elections, seeing that the process has been smooth. They are all one. They are all from the same family. and they would go ahead to ensure that the future coordination of the party will at least take them to the 2028 general election. Let's try and get him to speak to us. You are welcome to Channel 1 TV, and I can see you are still engaging with the delegates.
No, I'm fine.
Still
I
engaging
spoke.
with the delegates. No, this is a live report. You are still engaging with the.
No, I want to make sure they leave.
Yeah, they leave.
Yeah. But the good thing is that stop.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that I can't leave my agency. If I go and something happens, how am I going to report? But the good thing is that there is peace. See around. There is peace. That is the most important thing.
A while ago, you said you were surprised about the result.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you were me, you would be surprised. Okay. If you were me, you would be surprised. But that is also normal. There's nothing wrong. It's clean, free and fair elections.
But you say you fought a good fight.
We've lost. That's all.
All right.
And the good thing is there is peace.
All right. So that's the member of parliament for the Inshaesu constituency, Stephen Amwa, popularly called Steka. So he is trying to calm down the delegates. So Nana, you heard from him. He's so surprised about what has been done. He's trying to ensure that all the delegates here leave so that there will not be any confrontation amongst them, because delegates here in the Inshaesu constituency are divided over the positions or the candidates who have contested in today's election. So from the Inshaesu constituency, I also have some results from other constituencies like the Subin, like the Akrofom constituency, where Kennedy Japan had 2 votes. Dr. Yadichum had 3 votes. Brian Echampo 63. Kennedy Japan, he had 87. So Engineer Kobne Japan had 2 votes in that constituency. Dr. Bawumia had 188 votes. And in the Subin constituency, Kennedy Japan had 252 votes. Brian Echampo 63. Dr. Bawumia 515 votes. Dr. Yao Edichum, he had 6 votes. And Kobne Japan, he has 1 vote. And then you go to the Bantama constituency, Kennedy Japan 293 votes, Brian Echampo 47 votes, Dr. Edichum 2 votes, Dr. Bawumia 454 votes, and then Engineer Kobna Ejapon, he didn't get any vote, so 0 has been represented for him. Then you go to a constituency like the Nsuta Kwaman Biposu constituency, and that constituency also, the member of parliament, the Adelaide team, came out with full force to campaign for Brian Echampo. We saw her on several campaign platforms for Brian Echampo. So in that constituency also, a lot of people were expecting that Brian Echampo was going to make a lot of inroads in that constituency, and that did not materialize following this results we are getting from that constituency, where Kennedy Japan had 102 votes. Bawumia, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also had 378 votes. Kobne Japan also had 1 vote, and then Yao Osei Educhum had 2 votes. In the Akrofom constituency, Kobne Japan had 2 votes. Dr. Educhum 3 votes. Brian Echampo 63 votes. Kennedy Japan 87 votes. Dr. Bawumia 188 votes. So Nana, these are the results trickling from some of the constituencies, and we're still monitoring around to get results from all across 47 constituencies within the Ashanti region.
Very well, Hafiz, thank you so much, bringing us updates from the Ashanti region. Let me take a few more results coming in, and then we touch base in some other constituencies. There's provisional results from Salaga North, Kennedy Japan 37, Dr. Brian Echampo 38, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia 207, Dr. Yawose Educhum 1, Kwabene J. Ejapong 2. So that's Salaga North. Let's go to Suhum. That's your constituency.
No,
okay. Salaga North again. Kennedy Ejapong, Salaga North, Kennedy Japan 37, Dr. Brian Echampong 38, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 207, Dr. Yawase Edichum 1, Engineer Kwabna Eje Japan 2. Right. Let's go to Suhum constituency. Kennedy Japan 37, Brian Echampong 119, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 438, Educhum 0, Kwabna Japan 1. Abetifi.
Yes.
Kennedy Ejapong 1616. Brian Echampong 665. Dr. Baumia 47. Yao Educhum 0. Kwabneje Ejapong 0. Yeah. Daboya.
You didn't indicate that as his constituency.
Well, that's Brian Echampong's.
Yes, Ablekuma North, the place we just had a small altercation.
Yes, Ablekuma North.
So provisional has come. Ken 419, Brian 114, Baumia 789.
Wow.
Educhum 18, Kwabna Japan 1.
Right. Let's check. This is Daboya Mankarigu, Baumia 325, Ken 12, Brian 64. Educhum 4, Kwabna Japan 0. Ayawaso North, Kennedy Japan 71, Dr. Brian Echampong 65, Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Baumia 499, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 0, Engineer Kwabna Eje Japan 1. Results for Odoko Salaria Basic 1 and 2 in Ablekuma North. Yeah. Kennedy Ohine Jampo. So police, there are 2 polling centers there. Polling center A, Kennedy Japan 198, Dr. Brian Echampong 47, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 367, Dr. Yao Educhum 9, Kwabna J Japan 1. Polling center B, Kennedy Ohine Japan 221, Dr. Brian Echampong 67, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 422, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 9, Kwabna Eje Japan 0. Okaikwe Central, Kennedy Ohene Japan 235, Dr. Brian Echampong 84, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 341, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 5, Engineer Kwabna Eje Japan 1. Now let's go to Tema East, Kennedy Japan 222, Brian Echampong 27, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 883, Kwabna Japan 1, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 1. Let's now speak to Shiba Araba Benin. Shiba, hi, thank you. Where are you coming to us from, and what results do you have?
All right, thank you very much, Nana Tufo. I am reporting from the Ablekuma South constituency, particularly the police station for this area was the Kolebu police station. And the results that we killed in, there were 2 centers for the Ablekuma South constituency. The 2 centers, we have first center, Kennedy Ejapon had 122 votes. Brian Echampong had 54 votes. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia had 304 votes. Dr. Yawose Educhum had 4 votes. Kwabna Eje Ejapong had 1 vote. And that's it for Center 1. In Center 2, we had Kennedy Ejapong with 140 votes, Brian Echampong with 60 votes, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia leading again with 234 votes, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum with 4 votes, and Kwabna Eje Ejapong with 2 votes. In both centers, there was only 1 rejected ballot, and a total of 440 votes for Center 2 and 486 votes for Center 1. With a cursory look at the votes we have now, it appears that Dr. Mahamudu Baumia is leading these provisional results with 538 votes.
Very well, Shiba, thank you so much for giving us the updates from Ablekuma South. Let's now go to the Bono region. Michael Sapon Infum is joining us from the Bono region. Hello, Michael. Thank you so much. Tell us what updates you have for us from the Bono region.
Thank you very much. At the Pastoral Center in the Sunyani East constituency, voting ended a while ago. But I have the official results from the Wensi constituency. Japan had 145, Vina Champo 66, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia 419, Dr. Bitum 8, and Kwabna Japan 1.
Michael, please take that again. Please take that again. Which constituency is this?
Wenchi constituency.
Wenchi. Very well. Very well.
Ken Ohine Japan 145, Vina Champo 66, Mahmoud Baumia 419, Dr. Bitum 8, and Kwabna Japan 1. So that's the official results from the Wenchi constituency. I'm still monitoring the other constituencies, and at the Pastoral Center here in the Sunyani East constituency, sorting of ballots is underway. So whatever happens, I'll finish our listeners with the results.
Would you say there's been a delay regarding the Pastoral Center?
Yes, because the number was very huge, 891. But instead of maybe splitting the centers into two, it was only one. So it was very slow, and that delayed a while. So at 2 p.m., we were close to 300 people who were still in the queue. But we are lucky we are done and we are sorting the ballot.
Very well, Michael, thank you so much. I will come back to you as and when you have the results from the Pastoral Center in Sunyani East. Let's now go to the Adentan constituency. Bevelyn London is joining us from there. Hello, Bevelyn. Hello, Bevelyn.
Nana.
Very well. Grateful for your time. Give us the results for the Adentan constituency, if you have them.
Yes, so in the Adentan constituency, there were two centers, Center A and Center B.
Right.
Voting ended around 2:20 because of the numbers that came in later on. And then sorting continued and then counting afterwards. So in Center A, Kennedy Ejapon got 255 votes, 255 votes for Center A. Dr. Brian Champong got 60 votes. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia got 398 votes. Number 4 on the ballot had 3 votes. That's Dr. Duchum. And Engineer Japan got 0. That's for Center A. Then Center B, Kennedy Japan got 256 votes. Dr. Brian Champong got 44. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia got 380. Dr. Duchum got 6. Engineer Ejapong 0. For both centers, we had 0 rejected ballots. So if I put them together, Kennedy Japan got 511 votes for both centers. That's Center A and Center B. 511 for both centers. Dr. Brian Champong got 104 for both centers. 104. Then Dr. Mahmoud Baumia got 778 for both centers. 778. Then Dr. Yaose Educhum got 9. Engineer Japan 0. So that's the results I have here from the Adentan constituency. Sorry.
Very well, Bevelyn. Thank you so much for bringing us those updates from the Adentan constituency. Bevelyn London reporting from Adenta for us. Let me bring you some provisional results. Tamale North, Nobisco. Tamale North, Nobisco. Kennedy Japan 69. Brian Echampong 49. Dr. Baumia 412. Educhum 4. Kwabna Ejapong 9. So this is from Tamale North, that's Nobisco. Ablekuma West, polling station 1. Kennedy Ejapong 221. Dr. Brian Echampong 50. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 181. Dr. Yawose Duchum 1. Engineer Kwabna Ejapong 0. Yes, that's Ablekuma West, polling station 1. Okay. Ablekuma West, polling station 1. Kennedy Ejapong 221, 221. Brian Echampong 50, 50. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 181, 181. Dr. Yawose Educhum 1. Engineer Kwabna Ejapong 0. No, polling station 2 hasn't come. Let's go to Menchia North. Menchia North, Kennedy Ejapong 183. Brian Echampong 101, 101. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia 381, 381. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 8. Engineer Kwabna Ejapong 0. Wa Central, Wa Central, polling station B. Kennedy Ejapong, 45. Dr. Brian Echampong, 62. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 446. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, 4. Engineer Kwabna Ejay Ejapong, 2. Weja Gbawe, Kennedy Ejapong, 367. Brian Echampong, 193. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 551. Dr. Yawase Educhum, 1. Kwabna J. Ejapong, 0. Okay, Wa Central A. The initial one was B. This is Wa Central A. Kennedy Ejapong, 20. Dr. Brian Echampong, 40. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 450. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, 3. Engineer Kwabna J. Ejapong, 0. Manso Edubia, Kennedy, 228. Brian, 47. DMB, 422. Osei Educhum, 12. Kwabna J. Ejapong, 1. So now I have Ablikuma West Polling Station 1. Kennedy Ejapong, 221. Brian Echampong, 50. Mahamudu Baumia, 181. Yao Osei Educhum, 1. Kwabna J. Ejapong, 0. Let's do Abuakwa South and then we'll see if we can have a conversation. Abuakwa South, Kennedy, 35. Brian, 76. Baumia, 457. Educhum, 0. Kwabna Ejapong, 0. And Sawam Adwejiri. I knew that would take some years. And Sawam Adwejiri. Kennedy, 100. Yes, Anodompre is the current MP. Frank Anodompre is the MP. But this is how Nsawam Adwejiri voted in the MPP's presidential primary 2026. Kennedy Ohine Ejapong, 147. 147. Brian Echampong, Dr. 89. Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, 707. 707. Educhum, 2. Kwabna J. Ejapong, 1. So yeah, are we able to establish a trend with the provisional results we've received so far?
It's obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious. For me, I think that the other contenders will have to call Baumia and congratulate him.
Like he did on election.
Yeah, concede and then move on. Because from whatever we've seen, it's clear
this
that
morning I heard
he's in a
at the
commanding
party headquarters say
which Osubempa? We have two.
No,
is it
not the pastor.
The prophet?
No, not the Osubempa with the Kennedy Ejapong.
The one who used to play Funka games.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, today say that the one who used to be MPP communication director.
Okay, you add one. I have said mine. You also add.
You add your own description.
Just add.
I said we identify him more as MPP communication director.
No, but identify one. You have just added.
So why are you worried about his?
I'm not worried about that. I mean, suddenly you are distancing yourself from him. You are returning him to the Funka games.
No, but
and not the MPP communication director. And also not just that.
Ghana
Gas communication
and they know I did very well.
Would you?
I just started as the man who
I saw a full stop.
So
this morning he said that Dr. Baumia should call the others and concede early, just as he conceded to John Mahama.
When
voting hadn't happened.
Yes, that he was very optimistic, very confident that
I saw it. What about the person who put his 20-year pastoral duty online?
Oh, we'll come there. You two
will get there when official declaration is made.
Also, Bempa is small when it comes to the pastoral duty.
Oh, Masa. My election by 6.
No, but it's very strange that my brother Audu is running away from Osubempa.
No, he's not. You see, I'm not. You want me to reiterate? Because I asked which Osubempa. We have two.
No, we know one pastor and one communication director. We should move on.
Because I want us to talk about so many other things. In Sawam Adwejiri, I'll give a lot of congrats to
Frank Anodompre.
Not only him, but Samira
was there.
Did a lot of work there.
Wow.
And I'll say a big congratulations to her.
Well, and it's showing in the results.
Yeah. It's showing in the results.
Yeah.
And we cannot take her factor out of it.
Kennedy 147, Brian 89, Baumia 707.
No one got 200.
It's massive. It's massive.
So the difference is, I mean, the work she did there, and you know, when she talks to you, you see that yes, this is a first lady material.
I want to. There's a trend. I think that it appears what has come so far. It appears that Brian is doing better than Ken in northern region.
And Volta.
Better than you anticipated.
Better than anticipated. Northern and Volta. It appears that Brian is doing very well in northern Ghana and then Volta.
Brian is the new kid on the block.
Brian and Ken. They are haggling over the second position.
And then Baumia is just stretching the speak to Ajubi.